I'm gonna hit you so hard you won't see nothing. Ever, 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 ever.
Audio Skulls all day.
The Mad Scientist Lab.
All right. Stretching. You like it? I feel good. I feel good. I feel great. I feel gander. I feel good. I feel great. I feel gracious. Yeah, that is the word I was looking for. And all of you should feel gracious, folks, as you are being blessed with yet another weekly episodic episode of the Mad Scientist Lab podcast.
Don't worry, I'll cut all that out.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I was trying. As always, it is IRJ, the pizza guy, along with Jared, the visual mad scientist. Yeah, there's the cheers. No thumb. Boo. You got to bring the thumb back. I
don't like the thumb because you bring too much attention to it, so now I don't like it. Now I feel self-conscious about it, so I don't do it anymore.
Do you look at your thumb when you're brushing your teeth or
no.
anything?
It feels weird doing it on camera now.
I'm sure it does, and I did not mean to make you uncomfortable, but that is irrelevant. The only thing that is relevant, folks, is that we are joined none other than Epic himself. John, thank you so much for coming back to the podcast, sir.
Absolutely.
Yay!
Woo, oh, shit.
Yeah, we have a clapper, don't we? The one that claps? Yeah. Yeah, you're famous, dude. You're famous around here. You're just famous in general. Dude, I literally refer to you as the Santa Claus from Santa Claus. Excuse me.
I was like, I didn't know there was
a
singular claw.
Well, I have also in the last 48 hours or 24 hours started to consume alcohol again after 40 days. Wow, what a difference a
day makes.
Yeah, what a difference a day makes. But I really refer to you as that because you're always down here. You're always so generous, and you're a great supporter of the show. So thank you so much for coming down, man. We're actually going to go to Pittsburgh tomorrow, and we're going to watch the Steelers beat the Packers, and that's what's going to happen. And since I brought it up in this manner, it's probably not going to happen, but that's okay. But thank you, in all seriousness, thank you for coming back and just coming over and just hanging out with us, man. And let's get the ball rolling. I don't know where to start.
I always have a spectacular time when I come out here.
Yeah, so. We want you to. We want you to feel, look, dude, you are the one person that literally comes from out of state to come hang out and literally, the Mad Scientist Lab, because I'm not giving away locations,
I mean, by the way, you've been giving away shit, I'm sure.
I'm sure if you pull it up, the Mad Scientist Lab up on Google, it'll just kind of show my house. I just gave it away. But anyway, I feel like I have so much to talk about, and I don't know where to start. I'm happy about a lot of things. I'm happy that we're all here together collectively as one unit, one team, one trio, Tres Amigos, and we can take the world by storm. But there's just so much that has happened this week, I feel, me personally.
Please do explain, because not much happened in my world, so I don't know, but... Have you been out? Or what's happening?
I don't know. We got, I guess to slightly get it out of the way or whatever it is. I know that in people who are fans of the show and fans of games and fans of Jared, I'm a fan of Jared, thumbs up. And his love for role play with Grand Theft Auto. His his level of detail, the way you view things, you're very into it, and I like that. I like that a lot.
It's just entertaining to watch, especially you watch some of the good people. It's super entertaining to watch. Although I'm a little worried about this acquisition with Rockstar and CFX now. Starting to think they're going to monetize that shit.
I hope not. I really don't, because I am a fan first and foremost before anything, and I think people that get into making games or any form of entertainment are obviously fans to begin with. That's why they get into these jobs. I hope they don't do that. I hope they don't butcher that community, because I know it's a very precious part of it, something that you really like.
Well, I'm just glad that I finally got in on the... I mean, I haven't really been playing because it's hard to get on a lot of servers now. But I'm glad I at least got in on the ground floor of it before it became a thing, because it's going to get bigger.
Yeah.
It's just now we're kind of in the infant stages. I mean, it's only been around for like maybe 4 or 5 years.
Yeah. So, with leading up to that, folks, earlier this week, Rockstar announced that in early December, early next month.
Oh, that's not going to affect the role play.
Oh, I know, but I know that fans of the genre, fans of the series, fans of gaming, fans abroad have been waiting for this announcement for what feels like a very, very long time. And in early December, we are going to see the very first trailer for Grand Theft Auto 6. And I will go out on a limb, and I will say that this is arguably the most anticipated video game of all time. I don't think there's...
all time?
This is...
That's a stretch.
And I know it is, and people can disagree. That's fine.
Because look at it. Let's put it this way. I know we're probably years off, but like Red Dead 3, if we ever get it, that could probably be the most anticipated game of all time.
And you're right, and the same could be said for Halo or just major games in general. But I feel with the popularity of Grand Theft Auto, how the same game has been able to streamline the last decade.
They've made tons of money off of this shit for the last 10 years.
Yeah, and coming from a fan who originally played Grand Theft Auto 3 all the way back in 2001. All the way back in 2001.
All the back.
All the back. As you can see, I'm back on the sauce, folks. Yeah, I'm sorry. It's important.
I did it on purpose.
He did. I was like mentally preparing myself for this week.
I don't know how you took that much time off knowing you were going to be drinking a lot more. Like,
No. So I had 4 drinks with this gentleman last night.
No. You're missing what I'm saying.
Oh.
You killed your tolerance knowing you were killing it because he was coming to town.
Yeah, it's a little weird because what I realized when I drink with this guy, this is a very smart, handsome guy, John, everybody, that I simply cannot keep up.
You're missing my point. We know you can't keep up.
I know.
But you can't even keep up with normal people at this point.
I know, it's pretty bad, dude. I drank 2 beers last night.
Yeah, slow down on what you got in your hand there.
It's the sugar. Give me. Anyway, what I was going to... Here, let me take a sip just because I have it here.
Back to Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah, so...
Not your fucking need for alcohol.
Yeah.
Did they actually make like a Grand Theft Auto? Is this new one coming out more tailored towards the people that are going to be role-playing? Or is it still going to be just like the Grand Theft Auto, whatever the last one was?
Well, it's Grand Theft Auto 6. It's supposed to be... I think they're back in Vice City. And I think it's between 2 cities, but it's supposed to be double the size of the last map on Grand Theft Auto 5. But we don't know exactly what they're doing with CFX yet. We just know that there's a partnership between them and Rockstar, which happened earlier this year. I guess they saw that it's a huge community of not just players but also viewers, because like some of the people that I've watched, they're getting like 10, 12 to 15,000 views a day, like on average.
Right.
And then you get some smaller streamers. I mean, just like anything else on Twitch, you get smaller streamers that are like not quite partnered. They're probably affiliate, but they're still getting 50 to 80-ish. They're not quite at the 75 average mark where you need to be a partner. And then you get some that are like 300s, 400s, 500s. But there's still a lot of people watching all these people in all these different servers. So they were like, all right, something's going on here. We need to kind of take advantage of this. Now, we probably won't see role playing. It may take less time because of the partnership now. Because it took like 5 years before they even started. It wasn't even on PC yet. So it probably won't come out on PC when it first comes out. So that's probably another year or 2 away. Then probably 3-4 years for development-ish on other servers then people can start doing role play. But the online stuff people might just do role play in there. So I don't know. It's a whole new world coming up.
Yeah, and I think that's what makes this, and I think that goes a little, or goes with my argument. And I think the reason I say it's arguably the most anticipated game ever is because in the early 2000s, for those of age, when you had, the releases back to back to back, you had 3, you had Vice City, you had San Andreas, and then several years later, you had 4.
They were good games still.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of good games out there. Don't I'm not just saying
we're not gonna get into what we talked about last week, but at least when Rockstar releases games, they release games that are ready. They're not releasing games.
No, I have never, and I will say this until it ever happens, if it ever happens, I have never played a game by them that they've made that I did not like.
Well, I mean, that's usually the consensus across like the gaming community. Like Rockstar does not make bad games. It's just
they just don't allow it to happen.
Yeah.
But what I think is that since they've had this giant gap in time with letting Grand Theft Auto Online grow to the mass that it is today, I think what they're doing, and this is just me being a nerd on the whiteboard and the sticky notes, is that they know what the community really wants, and I think they're going to deliver it. I really think this game is going to really just they've always made groundbreaking things, and I don't think this game coming up is going to be any less of that exception. So there are so many great games out there. It's hard to say, hey, this is anticipated. We all get excited when big games come out, especially if you're younger, especially when I was a kid. But something like this, I am fucking stoked. This trailer's probably going to be 45 seconds long.
I'm not going to get my hopes up over a trailer. I do want to see what it looks like, and it's probably a trailer is probably going to just be cutscenes. It might not even be actual gameplay.
I don't expect to see gameplay.
So then that's what I'm saying. I'm not excited. I want to see what it's going to kind of entail.
Yeah,
but I'm not going to be like, oh my god, I can't wait. Like I'll wait till it comes. It's probably not going to come out until 2025, like early 20 or maybe late 2024.
And but it's just. This is a very important thing, and I think just it's actually happening. Like, this is finally actually happening.
Yeah.
I think I'm kind of caught up in that, but at the same time, I know Rockstar, they have always delivered remarkable games.
I still want RDR3. I want to see what that's like.
Yeah, and same here. And I'm sure because, again, in order to be in the industry of anything that you like to do, you have to be a fan of it, right? So I know these guys are fans at their core, and games have evolved so much since even the original PlayStation games, with the the top-down view and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this game is going to be colossal, and I just cannot wait to see what it does.
1 terabyte of fucking storage,
dude. It is gonna probably take up all the space on your hard drive. You're right, and that's the only downside to these modern games.
It's kind of, but that's the thing. So actually, now that I'm thinking about it, remember there was a time when gaming was all about the PC.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I do.
And then it went to console. Well, no, I take that back. It was console first, like talking Nintendo days, even our Atari days, because that's the only place you could have games, unless you were in the arcade. So I guess the arcade would be considered, I guess that's console too. I don't know.
Big ones.
Yeah. It's different now. But there was a time where it was like console heavy, then PC heavy. Then it's right now it's a console heavy, and I think it's moving back toward PC heavy.
It almost has to at this point.
Yeah, because the hardware, the consoles can't keep up with the hardware that the PCs can at this point.
Right. I just started up my Xbox the other day, and I had 150 gigabytes of downloads just for updates on the games. Like,
yeah, no, certain games, and I agree. Even with the option to compress file sizes for some games, it still doesn't help. And I would say
help with actual gameplay though.
No, it doesn't. But what I'm just saying, I think the biggest problem I have with modern games is you're right. They take up a lot of space. I personally have an external hard drive that I've had for years. And even the way some of these games are designed now, even if it's on my external hard drive, I cannot launch it unless it's on my internal hard drive.
That makes sense because it's probably USB connection.
It is. It is. Yeah.
That's not going to be fast enough to pick up as much of the information it needs to gather for it to run.
Yeah, and it's not.
That's
every
why, like,
game.
when you suggested it for my PC, I was like, wait, that's not going to work for a PC because it's just not fast. That connection is not fast enough.
And so what I've had to do with certain things, and I think that's why I've been scraping some of my achievements off my games, is so I can just completely delete those games as much as I may like them to make space for what I would like to play.
No, I've definitely deleted some. I mean, it stays in your library. You can go back and
I can re-download these games, so I'm not like losing anything. But at the same time, it's like, dude, I just want to have games on my console without having to.
That's what I like about
filter
Steam.
around and all that other shit.
Okay, gotcha. That's what I like about Steam. Steam, again, you can delete it off your machine, but it'll save it in Steam. Like, you have to run Steam while you're playing the game, so it even keeps track of how many hours you played, all that shit.
Yeah.
So if I delete it off my PC to make room for something else, I can go back eventually and fucking re-download. It's a pain in the ass to re-download, but
no, it is. But it's funny you say that to keep. I guess the tracking your like time played and stuff on the game. So I was a little bored at work. Earlier in the week, it was late night. I wasn't overly busy, so I on my work computer.
Strong word.
What?
Work.
Yeah, I know it is what it is. But so I go on. I'm being a dork. I got nothing to do. I was like, oh, here, let me hop on True Achievements. I was kind of looking for a solution to something that I've been trying to work on, and I clicked on my profile, which I never look at for any reason. It's just a website. I mostly use it for information to help me.
Sure.
Yeah. And it actually showed the time I have played across all games on my gamer tag.
Mm-hmm.
I have a total of 103 games on my gamer tag.
That's sad.
That's actually not a lot at all, believe it or not. Over 5 years, I don't think that's bad.
Depends on who you talk to.
Over 5 years, no.
Depends on who you talk to.
Doesn't matter. So I have 103. I am a virgin, folks. There's Cheeto dust on my balls. There is. No, but I have a total accumulated time across all 103 games that I have played in the last 5 years of a total of 198 days played. So I have about a half a year worth of game time in my gamer tag.
I feel different. Like that's a little light.
Yeah, that is light.
Yeah, and that's what I was saying.
But 135 games. That again,
103.
Still, all you're doing is playing these games just to fucking achievement hunt. You're not even there to play the game.
You're 14 short, by the way.
Yeah, shut up. I'm not.
Wait. 14 short of what?
117 is my favorite number, so he's got to have 117 games played.
Yeah, because 100.
He could do that within the next 60 days.
Oh, I'm sure.
Well, actually, everything that I have been waiting for all year, besides Baldur's Gate 3, it's okay. It's fine.
It's Baldur's Gate, by the way.
Yeah. What did I say? Baldar?
Baldar, like it's fucking.
Well, I sound like a Karen when I say it. No, yeah. Sorry. Besides that, and I believe it or not, I have not.
That game's too big. I'm not downloading that shit. It looks fun, but I'm not gonna do it.
But what I was gonna say is everything else for the year that pretty much has come out that I want to play. Besides maybe one or two games that I haven't downloaded yet. So by the end of the year, this year, I only expect to maybe download maybe 3 more games.
Well, I mean, it's only like one big one coming out by the end of the year.
Yeah, well, I've downloaded. I haven't started it yet, just because I've been, unfortunately. Well, I wouldn't say unfortunately.
You just reminded me. It's free. Anybody who's out there listening, is free up until the week of the end of the week for the Las Vegas race and for Formula One. Formula One 2023 is free to play right now.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
I downloaded it last night, but it wasn't fully done, so I ended up watching something else.
All right. Well, I hope you enjoy it. I really do.
I already had 2022. They made some changes with like the car's physics this year or for this season or whatever.
When it comes to racing games, I was actually really into them when I was younger. I think I prefer prefer obviously the more arcadey style, like Need for Speed or Burnout.
Well, you have there's different styles. You can do casual. You can do I forgot what the middle one, and then there's fully customized. So you can do all the customizations that you want. Yeah. And then there's different ways you can set assist and all. So you can do all that. And like if you want to just do fucking, I just want to fucking play.
Yeah.
You can do that. I really just do it because I want to learn the tracks. Like it's different watching them on TV and then playing the game and understanding what they're doing in the corners and from here to and what adjustments they make to the cars from week to week.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm playing it. I'm not really playing it to fucking be a fucking world-class e-car or e-sports fucking gamer or whatever.
Yeah, no.
Dude, I had a buddy back in the day, probably 15 years ago. He had mechanics that would go into his cars and show him exactly what he was supposed to do, and so that he could make every corner and every track and get the top.
Top speed. He did like track days and stuff.
Yeah, but he actually had guys that he knew that would tune up the cars for him, basically in the game, so that they were perfect for every track.
So like real world mechanics.
I don't even know if they were real world mechanics, but actual people that would be like, put it to this exact number or whatever for every single thing, and they would tell him that, and he would have the top time in every single course.
I mean, that's what it takes, even in real life, IRL, as they say. That's what it takes to fucking. You got to know tire pressures. You got to know how much drag to put on, how much drag to take off. Like, depending on what racing it is, like NASCAR, you want to have a little more camber on one side than the other because you want the car to turn to the left more. So it's
I think
it's detailed.
I know this sounds completely asinine, but I think I would be a very good race driver.
I don't.
That you don't think I would be?
No,
dude. I think I would be a badass race driver.
What makes you say that? I'm not talking shit.
No.
I want to know what makes you say that.
I just feel like I would be good. I don't know. I don't really have I just feel like I would be good at it.
So there's this thing that men tend to do.
Is it called?
There's two things that the men try to always say. Hold on, stop.
All right.
Men try to say that they're good at no matter what. They don't know what their fucking proficiency at this thing is, but they always say they're good at fighting and they're good at driving. So this might be one of those things for you.
Now, I understand where you're coming from. I understand that other men are just...
You're included in that other men.
No, I'm not. I am a god amongst men.
No, you still haven't explained what makes you say you can drive.
I don't know. I just feel I have the...
Bro, until you started working where you work, you didn't know shit about cars.
I understand that. I'm not even talking about my knowledge of cars.
You have to know cars to know how to fucking
that, but
drive.
I feel like if it's something that I had to sit down and learn how to do, I think I would just be good at it.
That's
I know that, and that's that's what I'm trying to say.
Plus, these people, they start from they're kids.
And I know it's not something I can just get up and go. I know it's years of dedication and practice, but I feel like I would be good at it. That's all.
You could. Again, it does take practice.
Mm-hmm.
Even people, when they get to some people are driving in certain organizations or whatever the fuck you want, leagues, are driving up well into their 50s. Sometimes I think there's some like 60-year-old. What's the drag race famous guy? His daughter races now.
I know who you're talking about.
John Force.
Yeah.
John Force was probably well into his 60s, late 60s, late 50s, early 60s before he retired. And he was doing, was it Top Fuel? No, not Top Fuel. He was, what's the one before? Funny Car. He was a funny car driver. So the Top Fuel is like the fastest, and then Funny Car is like the next fastest. And then I forgot what all the other ones. But I don't know. I feel like you would know this stuff.
I know nothing about drag racing.
Yeah.
You know NASCAR though, right?
I watch NASCAR. It's something to drink to on Sundays.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I mean that is something that you're good at.
My dad's wife is very into it. That's something she would.
But she's into NASCAR.
Yeah, huge. Like knows all the drivers and just knows her favorites. Maybe not so much the car details.
Yeah, I was gonna say like the mechanics. That's a different.
She's a huge fan of every one of the racetracks and all of the drivers and who is sponsored by who and
I don't know.
There was a cool one earlier this year. I think they did 2 street courses this year, like actual street courses. Like one was in Chicago, and I saw some of that.
Yeah,
that was pretty fun.
I actually, as crazy,
it was cool though. It was cool to see.
They took it out of Elkhart Lake, which is 45 minutes from my house.
That
Yeah.
was a race that was supposed to be
In Elkhart Lake.
Was that an oval?
Road America?
Is that an oval
No,
track?
it was a road track.
Oh shit!
But they moved it to Chicago. Yeah, I do remember that.
Shit.
I will
But
say
they
this.
did do the one underneath it is, underneath NASCAR, whatever.
Not I don't know, Sprint Cup or whatever.
Yeah.
I think this top one is Sprint Cup.
It actually, what you guys are saying sounds really cool, though. The NASCAR is on like a street track.
Yeah, Chicago was a cool thing to look at.
As silly as it sounds, I feel like I would be more into that.
Yeah,
you know.
Well, you would probably feel a lot less of what you felt when we went to Richmond.
Well, dude, when we went, dude, let me tell you,
Because
these
hold
cars.
on.
Before you call me a bitch again,
I'm not gonna call you a bitch. I'm not. It's a lot to take if you've never been to it. Like the constant vibration, because the track. It's a small track. You've seen Richmond.
Yep.
It's a small track, so the cars you're gonna hear them no matter what. And I remember living there growing up. I could hear them. We weren't like far away, but we weren't close enough where I should be hearing this shit in my fucking living room watching Saturday morning cartoons. But you can hear the shit. Whoa. So it's pretty loud there.
Right.
So I get where he's coming from. A street course, if you're sitting in the grandstands, you're less likely to have the constant.
Yeah, because it's all like, what is it, like encased, obviously, within the track. But I wasn't even talking about that. I was just talking about the unique look of it. Because I was telling people.
Street courses are definitely more fun to look at.
I was telling people, and I kind of use it as a thing with my customers just because, again, you're right, I'm not a car guy. Never have been. But I tell people, I was like, hey, are you into, like, if it comes up, and I don't do it to everybody, and it's like, hey, are you a NASCAR person? And they're like, oh, yeah. I was like, well, I was fortunate enough to go last summer, my first time down there, and I tell people that despite me being whatchamacallit, they're fucking loud, dude.
Oh, I know.
You can feel it in your fucking like soul. It's very weird.
Is that the loudest thing you've ever been around?
I don't think so. I mean, it's very possible. I mean, dude,
you didn't go to clubs or anything,
dude. I've been to clubs.
Like sitting next to the speaker.
Oh yeah, I'm like deaf. I think that's why I'm so fucking loud.
No, that's not why you're loud.
Beaches on high.
Yeah, beaches on high, baby. And let's go. Yeah, for the turtle. Turtle Beach, that is. Anyway, no, but you know what, Jared? That you might be right. That it's very possible that's correct. I mean, I've been in very enclosed spaces.
Never been around jets or anything?
I've been
jets
to some.
Pretty fucking loud.
I've been to some like I guess wannabe type air shows or where they're kind of included.
No, I'm talking about jets.
Like no, I have never been around
like
a
them
fighter
motherfuckers.
pilot.
Yeah, they fucking go across. You hear nothing but like a slight whistle, and then by the time they get past you, boom.
No, sir. My balls aren't made of massive steel like yours are.
It's not. It's just
look at my balls in the wheel
you know
barrel
what?
as I push them around.
Now that I'm thinking about it, my job in the Marine Corps was fixing like cannons, like huge fucking artillery pieces.
Yes, of gunpowder and explosions.
Yeah, so I have been around some loud shit. Maybe I'm just a little desensitized to it.
Dude, if I was next to a giant fucking cannon for years in a desert, I'm sure I'd be desensitized to a lot of shit.
So much fun, though.
It actually sounds badass.
Fucking shooting that motherfucker.
But what I was telling, what I tell people and what I was telling my customers, I was like, hey, even though I'm not an avid car guy at all, I was like, I highly encourage you to go down there. I was like, just for the experience. I was like, you have a great crowd. Everybody was really nice down there.
Yeah.
You're tailgating, especially if you've got good weather. You got your beer, you got your barbecue, whatever it is. And then you sit there and you got a bunch of pretty looking girls walking around, and you got, oh, hey, do you know about this driver? And I'm like, oh, yeah, I know about the driver. That kind of thing.
I didn't experience any of that.
Well, that's when I went to the bathroom.
I'm gonna tell you right now,
was around me.
I don't have any favorite NASCAR drivers. Like people are always like, yeah.
I'm
Chase
honestly,
Elliott. I'm like, I could care less. Like,
no, I could care less too. My dad and I'm sure like a lot of people are big Dale Earnhardt fans.
I was a Dale Earnhardt fan.
But if
Junior too. Because he's a Redskins fan. Yes, I said Redskins.
Yeah, that's right, because we are not politically correct.
Because he was a Redskins fan.
You probably have sand in your vagina.
He wasn't a Commanders fan.
Yeah.
I mean, he might be still. I don't know.
Wait, that's her name now?
Yeah.
Oh.
Unfortunately. You didn't know?
No.
Yeah,
I thought they were still like the football team or whatever it was.
No, they're Commanders like 2 years. This is
Yeah. We're the Washington. Somebody said we should be the Washington Monuments, dude. And I'm not gonna lie. I would not like that name, but I thought it was a little funny.
I'll tell you this right now. That's not the same team. Even the color, even the burgundy is not the same color.
Yeah, I know.
It's not the same burgundy.
I agree.
No, that's not my team, bro.
Yeah, and if anybody knows Jared doesn't claim any team unless it's maybe
especially now.
Especially if it's the only time if it comes to baseball, there's a possibility. But when it comes to what I'm saying is that I know you're more of a baseball guy.
I said I don't claim football teams.
I know.
Not that I don't claim any sports teams at all.
Yeah, okay, yeah, okay, I got you. Sorry, my bad.
Making me look like a weirdo.
I am a weirdo.
What?
I don't even know if I can claim the Brewers. Every time I claim the Brewers, they lose.
Well, that's okay.
Out here, they lost.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, the last 2 times I've been to Pittsburgh, I've lost, and I've had to watch it from the 50-yard line.
Didn't was it you that I went with? I went with somebody this past year, and I think they were playing the Brewers, and the Nats got their asses whipped. Maybe it was Sean. I thought it was you.
No. The only Brewers game I've been to was with him. Yeah, so you probably were with Sean. Shout out to that gentleman.
I only went to like 2 games this year, so
it's hard.
That's a low number for me. I usually do at least 6 to 10.
I think that's a fair number with the amount of baseball games in the season. I think 6 to 10 is a normal.
That's my
number.
normal number, but
I don't even think that's unrealistic either. Because I wouldn't say people don't know, but baseball tickets aren't really overly expensive unless you're sitting fucking 8 feet away from the fucking batter like we were.
Oh yeah,
it was like, hey, I can see the fucking follicles in this guy's head. But what I was gonna say is that I know that it's not that you don't like claim like any team, but I know when it comes to football, you're just like, nope, not happening.
It doesn't interest me anymore.
It's hard, especially. I mean, I can go on for days about certain things, but I will not do that.
Writing these jokes interests me. I sound like fucking Dave Chappelle. I got to stop doing that.
Speaking of jokes, I know that you had your comedy show here.
Motherfucker, fuck you.
What?
Like, speaking of jokes,
let me point at this guy.
Nice transition.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to learn as we grow as a podcast.
I know, but never. Yeah. He got what I was saying.
Yeah, I know. But I know that you had your show Tuesday, and some of my coworkers showed up. Thursday. I'm sorry, I don't know what day.
The next show is Tuesday.
Next show is this Tuesday.
Yes,
the 14th.
14th. Yes.
Bring your ass down to Shooters. Laugh, drink beer, eat food, get funny, America.
Or just laugh.
I did like the little ad you posted though with the chick twerking, or I don't know if she was twerking, but she was like dancing in it.
Oh, that was just a fucking sticker when you do the.
Okay, so that's nobody we know that was in that.
No.
Okay, I was like, I'm not gonna lie, I was like squinting super hard at it. I was like, yo, is this somebody we know that got like naked for Jared?
It's a fucking sticker that you can. Motherfucker, it's Instagram. You don't know anything about Instagram.
I don't, because I prefer to keep my sanity.
Okay, that's fine. I'm just saying, for marketing purposes, I did it. It's something that moved and catches people's attention. That's all it was for.
It caught my attention, and then I was squinting at it, thinking like, "Oh God, I've probably drank beer with this week."
Fucking marketing genius.
I understand you're
not making any money yet, but I'm a marketing genius.
It's okay. It's all right. But enough of that. I think what is important right now, folks, and for all of you out there watching or listening, as you should be, it's important. John, you are here. I know that Wisconsin is not around the corner from us. I know Wisconsin is actually kind of far away, especially if you drive, which you typically do, like a madman, which is very commendable and at the same time psychotic. But I know that you were telling me that you had to. So he was telling me last night about, you said 40 minutes or 40 miles?
Yeah. Isn't it the same? No, it definitely wasn't the same. But, like, it was about 40 miles away. I just, all of a sudden, I had to piss really bad. And once you get here, and then you come in at 10 o'clock in the morning and you're going about 30 miles an hour.
Oh, yeah,
maybe.
rush hour. Oh,
Yeah. So he got.
he's-
So I asked him. I said, "Hey, dude, you just didn't pull over and just like hop out somewhere and piss?" And he was like, "Dude," he said, "I got
cars everywhere.
Yeah, like where?
I didn't think about what time he was. We got here, and yes, this unfortunately is not the nicest area when it comes to. Oh, I have to relieve myself.
Right. And then I get to the hotel and I go inside and there's a new guy there. He's like stuttering. He's trying to talk to me, and I'm like, "Dude, I'll deal with this later. Where's your bathroom? I gotta go now." And I come back out, and the other guy helped me. The other guy was outside doing something like, I don't know if I hurt his feelings or what, but
Well,
I gotta go.
He probably heard.
Either that or I'm gonna go right here.
Yeah.
Well, dude, I will tell you, as a man, and I'm sure it can apply to women as well, there is nothing like taking that piss that you've just been waiting to just get out of you. We've all been trapped in the car, unfortunately in gridlock traffic. You got to pee really bad. You had one too many sips of that bottle of water.
This is the excitement that RJ gets in his life right now is getting rid of a piss that he hasn't fucking.
Yes, it's important. It feels good. That's what I was getting to. I'm sure you probably felt like.
Stop trying to eat the microphone.
I know you probably felt relieved. Like, I'm sure you
For
probably.
the 3 minutes I was in the bathroom, yeah.
Dude.
Like,
yeah, what is
I'm
the
a truck
longest-
driver. Like, I can hold it.
He knows what he's doing. What is
I-
it like to what? Piss?
Yeah, I know.
To hold it for that long?
No,
I don't normally have to, so I just.
No, what I was
like,
going to ask is.
We do podcasts when I'm fucking holding it for fucking 40 minutes. So I don't know what you're talking about.
Relax, I do as well. Except for last week, I really had to pee last week. I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
Yeah, we know.
dude. I walked upstairs and I was doing like the whole shimmy. I was like running to the door. My mom was like, "Are you okay?" I was like, "I gotta pee." Yeah, like I can't help the way I am, folks. I'm sorry. No, but what is the longest piss that you've ever taken, folks?
That
10
one.
seconds? 15? Is it 4.5 minutes like John over here? But do you know what he told me when he got here? He said, "Oh, man, I got into this certain area." And then he said, and all of a sudden, people didn't know how to drive. I was like, "Oh, you must have been in Maryland."
Yeah, you're
Yep.
in Maryland.
I literally took the picture
Yeah.
on my phone. I'm in Maryland, Got to make sure you take.
Oh, that was not even the right one. That was the one. I
I was going to say, I was like,
Take
we-
the picture.
Well, Maryland
for
drivers are
Maryland
gay
and-
too. So.
Oh my
Dude.
God, they're terrible.
Dude,
You're either going 5 under the speed limit or you're going 90 to 100 miles an hour.
Yeah,
It's
100%.
insane.
That's Maryland.
Yeah.
Jesus.
It's funny, and I got.
And they say we can't drive over here.
Right.
It's like, bro, because we're
That's because
we're
there's so
on the
many
rules.
Maryland drivers
Yeah.
around.
We're doing the rules, motherfucker.
For anybody that lives in the nation's capital, the local DMV area, I'm sure everybody can raise their hand and attest. It's just like, hey, that person's from Maryland when they're driving. You can just tell by the way they are driving.
Yeah.
You're
looking, you see the little flag thing on there.
Yeah.
There you go.
Dude, I was and our good buddy, I will use his name, our good buddy Brent. He always posts a bunch of outlandish shit on Facebook, but a lot of shit he posts sometimes is about people in Maryland who can't drive. So please learn the rules of the road. Please take
Or at
caution.
least abide by them. They probably know them. They just don't follow them.
Dude, I don't know, but it's really weird. The moment he said that, I was like, "Oh, you just got into Maryland." Like I didn't have to think about it. It's just like it's something you instantly know when you live in this area. You just know it. It's because Virginia's vast. We just happen to live at the very tippy top of it, and the nation's capital is right there. Okay, so we got the whole. Yes, this is called geography, folks.
Oh my God.
Yes, yeah. This is History 101 with the pizza guy. What I was going to say is, but then you have the city, right? You can't really drive recklessly in D.C. You're like in this like little fucking square. Like it's just road, turn, road. There's not anywhere to really go fast. Then you got Maryland. Again, if you at the tippy, this way, all right, I'm doing this. And then you have that whole vast state. It's all roads, and they're just, that kind of thing.
I feel like you need to start doing improv or something.
Oh, man,
You probably should.
Yeah, somebody was like, "You don't want to come see your friend do comedy?" I was like, "I see him every Saturday." He was like, "Is he your friend?" And I was like, "He is."
You don't see me doing comedy every Saturday.
I know, but isn't this comedy?
Well, my end is.
Yeah, well, I am funny. Dipshit. Yeah, that's right. I said it, folks.
Yeah, but this is also a different art form. This is
I know.
Different form of creation.
It's a completely different realm of possibility.
So, in other words, they were saying, "Don't you want to come see your friend do comedy?" And you said, "No, fuck him." That's basically what you said.
That's kind of close to what I said.
I know exactly what I know. I heard it when you said it just now.
Yeah. So I was like, hey, they were like, I think your buddy's here doing stand-up comedy. I was like, yeah. I was like, why don't you get up there?
Who was it? This
my buddy Jose.
I knew it.
Yeah. Texting me, and
he was trying to heckle at the beginning, and I'm like, okay, here we go.
Oh yeah. Oh, trust me. Imagine working.
I was like, first of all, motherfuckers, I'm not RJ. Like, I'm not. I may seem nice here. I'm not that nice.
Don't worry. I'm sure they got a good laugh out of that. Whatchamacallit. No, but he's a nice guy. He's one of those guys when I first met him. Hopefully he's okay with me saying this. He likes to test you and see what kind of person you are. Hey, I have a question. Go fuck yourself. All right, thank you. And I'll just go, yeah.
I saw that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's definitely one. But if you can,
don't test me, motherfucker.
Yeah. But if you can just kind of work with it, he's a really, really nice guy. I know, but trust
everybody
me.
They were actually a good crowd. They were laughing and everything. And one guy actually reminded me of you. It was funny.
Oh my God, was he white?
Of course he was.
I would hope so. I mean, well. No, I don't know how I would feel. If you saw somebody that wasn't white and it reminded me of you, I would be kind of cool with that.
I mean, not everybody. There's just this guy.
All right, well.
His demeanor is just, I was like, oh, this. I'm surprised you don't know who I'm talking about.
Oh, I know exactly who it is.
Oh, okay.
I know everything. I am so good at my job, and I hate to say that.
Did anybody ask you to toot your own horn right now?
No, but I am here, and I got a beer-ish thing. And I'm good.
A soda whiskey?
Yeah, it's more soda than whiskey because...
Oh, they were a good crowd. Shout out to them. Thank y'all for coming out.
Come out again.
Yeah, please come out Tuesday if you can. Because I noticed because they had been there before. A couple had been there before. I never talked to them to see who they were. But then I was like, oh, y'all work together? Because they were all wearing black. And they were like, yeah, so I was just like, oh, okay, cool. They were like, yeah, we know RJ. I'm like, oh, okay, well.
Sorry for you.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
I didn't have anything for it.
Yeah. Oh, you know that motherfucker too? Yeah, sad face. Yeah, it's all right. It's all right.
Like everybody out here just wears black.
It's,
I stood out like a sore thumb last night wearing my neon yellow, green.
Oh yeah,
yeah. Well, he had like his CDL jacket on. Like,
oh yeah, they're gonna. I
mean,
like,
he
this
looked
motherfucker
like
just got off work.
Yeah. He looked like he just got done like pulling the chain, the clock out chain. It's like, you know, that kind of thing.
Yeah, this area does wear a lot. I don't know where it started from, but
black is a very just natural thing out here.
Yeah.
If somebody,
I wear it, bro. I was washing clothes today, and I was like, God damn, everything I have is black. Like,
yeah. It's not. He's not lying. I mean, for the most part, have the same shit. Like I prefer darker colors.
It's either black, like ash gray, like sweatpants type stuff. That's really about it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Summertime, they may wear some more colors or whatever, but
unless you come here in June, and then it's really colorful.
Oh yeah,
just like last year.
Yeah. I mean, the bridge was it was nice. I thought it was cool, like a display of art.
What?
The bridge for the Pride Parade. They had the rainbow on it and everything. When we were at that little seafood, what is the name of that place?
I don't even remember that.
Yeah, because we were fucked
I remember
up.
the place, but I don't remember there being.
I think I might still have the pictures, honestly. I'd have to really dig in my phone for them.
RJ was just glad they finally represented him.
I definitely felt a lot of pride. I won't lie to you. So, before we get canceled, folks, I want you to let everybody know that the views of RJ are not the views of the Mad Scientist Live podcast.
Well, although that joke wasn't the view of me, so I don't care. It wasn't nothing offensive.
No, man, I don't care, dude. Like it
couldn't be any more offensive than what I said last week about Matthew Perry.
Dude, that was hilarious. I'm sorry. I felt like I thought about it after I dropped you off.
I have another one. Not Matthew Perry, but I have another one. And I haven't worked it out, and I don't know if I want to do it here because I want it to come out clean.
Well, work on it. I don't want you to give me. I don't want you to give me half Yared.
No.
I want Yared Lee comedy.
Whenever I do anything here,
John does too.
Whenever I do anything here, like if I do it out here, I want it to be good enough for everybody to get, and we can use it as a clip. But it probably will be something I'll throw away and won't use on stage.
Okay, I got
so
you.
y'all are getting like exclusive content.
Oh, we're getting Yared Lee comedy. Here, I want you to make that a snippet, dude.
Let me see if I can make what is that?
Yeah, just me saying your name like a complete douchebag, dude. Trust me, it'll work.
We'll see.
You might be a marketing genius, but I've got John here.
No,
this guy kills bears with his bare hands. All right, you've done that, right?
No, I think that's pretty hard to do.
Well, I don't care.
Maybe.
Don't give a shit. All right, and this guy lives in the woods. He shits in a log of wood. All right, and he wipes his ass with pine cones. This is a bad motherfucker right here.
Shits in a log of wood.
Do you shit in a log? Dude, that should be the name of the podcast, Log of Wood, dude.
Well, that could be taken many different contexts.
Actually, that sounds pretty bad, to be honest. Hey, guys, next time before you lay it down, just tell that girl, get ready to take this log of wood. Dude.
Jesus Christ.
All right, I'm done. I'm sorry.
All right, let me see if I can do this one. Hold on, give me a second. All right. Okay. So I recently read somewhere, someone said that nobody deserves in life to be mistreated.
All right.
And then I started thinking, what about in the afterlife? Because I really think Jada Pinkett Smith Shakur deserve to get mistreated.
Yeah, dude, no bullshit.
There it is.
I thought it was funny. No, and on that subject, and we don't do celebrity gossip on this. We really don't. But I just was scrolling through the internet because I'm addicted to it, like a psycho. I saw that Rick Ross had said something about her book that came out.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, man, don't nobody want to hear that, blah, blah. He was basically saying what we all think.
Yeah.
And he was like, the reason your book didn't sell is because you were telling everybody beforehand. And he was like, man, we don't care if Tupac had this. Or he was like, bitch, what are you saying? Like, because she's been, unfortunately, saying just a lot of wild shit lately.
She's just trying to make money right now. Like, it's all, whether it's a smart move, that remains to be seen. But no publicity is bad publicity. But even bad publicity is
good publicity.
It's publicity.
Yeah, no, and I understand that.
I'm sure that book is probably a bestseller right now.
I'm sure it is too.
Matter of fact, we can look it up and see.
Yeah, here, let's pull it up. Here, for anybody out there, do you need this?
Need is a strong word, but
need and wanting things are two. So 29,300 print copies sold.
Is that enough for a bestseller?
I don't think so.
I don't think that's a lot at all. I mean, even for a book.
Is Jada's book a bestseller?
Oh, okay. Here we go. Latest accomplishments of the Girls Trip actress' new book, Worthy, made it onto the New York Times bestseller list.
Oh, there you go.
Debuting at number 4 on the chart. Okay, I mean, might not be number 1, but I guess
it's still a bestseller. Yeah. It's still on the bestsellers list.
Yeah, but it's not. I don't know, man. I don't know how I don't know who reads this stuff, man. I don't know if
people who are. I don't know.
I look at like a celebrity putting a book out almost like reading like a tabloid, and I know it's completely different.
It depends on who it is.
Well, and I think that's fair. Now,
because I'll give you this. Not to cut you off. Well, to cut you off.
You did.
Sir Patrick Stewart had a book recently, and he was going around to different places. You know, when they do a book, they go around. They basically read it or have someone read it, and then they sign them at the end. What do they call it? Like
book signings.
Yeah.
We are dumb here on this show.
But so he was going to different places, and I think he was in D.C. at one point because I wanted to kind of go to it, but there was one. So one, I think it was in Philly or New York. The book signing, Whoopi Goldberg was there because she played Guinan with him on Star Trek: The Next Generation. And then there was a bunch of other people that I never heard of on different other cities, and then the one in L.A. was LeVar Burton. And I was like, fuck, man, that would be dope to fucking go to that. Because I fuck with both of them. I'm a huge Star Trek The Next Generation fan. I'm a Patrick Stewart fan, LeVar Burton, Brent Spiner, Jonathan Frakes. Like,
dude,
everybody
if I could honestly
show.
tell you, if I met LeVar Burton in person, dude, I would I think he might be one of the only people I might, like, take a knee and, like, bow down to.
That's
dude.
a Reading Rainbow guy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
dude. Yeah,
Geordie
yeah.
LaForge.
Yeah.
I have a Nats jersey that I had custom made. It was fucking Dick's Sporting Goods. They fucked up the customization. But anyway, it says LaForge on the back.
That's dope, dude. And but he's definitely one of those people. Like I would, like, if I met him, I would happily shake his hand, and I would.
Oh, yeah.
Just it seems like a very down to earth, very nice guy.
His
man.
daughter is on the last season of Picard. She plays a LaForge.
It's
Does she
fucking
get
sweet.
a visor too, or no?
No.
Aw.
Well, even he doesn't. Even he doesn't have the visor anymore because at that point they have technology where they could basically fix his eyes, so he doesn't have the visor anymore. He just has like contacts that look like different, than normal.
Gives him that, I guess, what AI alienated like appearance.
But
kind of thing.
he's no.
Well, I wouldn't say
He's
alienated. It's not the right
he's
word.
still an engineer because he's like the what's the shit the person who runs a museum, the
Curator.
curator.
Curator. Yeah.
So he there's this museum where they have all these old starships, and like that's the whole point. And nobody here is gonna watch Picard, so I'm not even. I know you started watching it.
I did initially. Yes, I don't have a problem continuing it.
But so there was a point where they needed a ship that wasn't connected to the full Starfleet network because everything at this point, just like in real life, everything's connected to the internet. But on their thing, it's the Starfleet network. So they needed a ship that wasn't, but that was still fast and could do shit. So basically, it came back that Geordie LaForge, ended up piecing together the old Enterprise D and put it in and brought it back because one of the movies, I don't know if anybody's seen any of the Next Generation movies.
Believe it or not, it's funny you say that. I have.
I probably have as well. My
Well,
dad was
one of
really
those.
into it.
Yeah, one of those movies, the Enterprise D got blown up. So basically, he took whatever was left, which was the saucer section, I believe, and pieced it back together and rebuilt the ship. So then in that season of Picard, you go back and you see the actual ship. So like you're seeing all the old lights and everything.
So I know especially as big of a fan as you are, I know that moment in particular as a fan was probably really,
fuck
really,
yeah.
yeah. I
Enterprise D is the best of all, man.
No, I like little things like that. And the first thing that comes to mind, since we're talking about spaceships, does come to
Don't say Millennium Falcon.
No, absolutely not, dude. No. I think
the most overrated fucking ship in all the fucking space sci-fi. I believe that's what I believe. That was a piece of shit. That truck was a piece of shit. Or that fucking ship was a piece of shit.
I mean, they kind of label it as a piece of shit. It just gets to where you need to be.
Yeah.
This piece of junk and blah blah blah. You know, I mean, I agree. In terms of like the premium #1 spaceship, I mean, the Starship Enterprise is.
Which one though? There's been 5.
There's been, I mean, if you're saying D, I'm obviously going to go with that just because since it's your personal favorite, I know that would probably be your #1.
Yeah, they had NCC 1701, which is the one that you get. That's the original Star Trek.
Yeah.
Then you have NCC 1701A, B, C, D, and then there's E.
Yeah.
Which was one of the later movies where the same crew was running it, like Picard and all them, but that's because D blew up. I don't think there's been an F.
I think one of the cooler, if I could compare it to one thing off the top of my head, is in Mass Effect. When at the beginning of Mass Effect 2, the Normandy, which is the flagship ship of the series, is destroyed at the beginning of the game, and it's kind of a big deal. And it's just like, oh shit, there a lot happens in the first literally 10 minutes of the game. I mean, Commander Shepard dies, he's brought back to life, years have passed, there's a whole thing. But when you get, I would say maybe a fourth into the game, maybe 2 hours into the game, there's a sequence in where it's like you find you're still alive. You figure out who the antagonist is, and this and that. And then you go out to the docking bay, and they're like, "We got something for you, Commander." And they had built a brand new Normandy ship, and so stuff like that. I know it doesn't have the same impact, especially, and because the reason I think it affects you or affects us as fans is the period of time and the gap in between that. I think that moment would have been more impactful for me if it was in the next game. It's like you have time to think like, damn, why did that happen? Why did they do that?
But then you have to think there's also people who are gonna look at it as like, oh, they're just pandering to the old. But I mean, it was all the old fucking people, and I saw people saying that about the last episode. Oh, it's just nostalgic, blah blah blah. I'm like, yeah, but the storyline was good, and it's also still directed by one of the people who were on the show and original directors of the show.
If it comes full circle and you said it's well written, then it's well deserved, whether it's pandering to the fans or not. Okay, I don't care what anybody says, dude. If it's
the first couple seasons of Picard were not that great though. The last season was pretty good,
and that's fine. But when I don't like people that say, they're just catering to the hardcores and this and that. It's like, the hardcores
is what makes them their money.
Yeah. that like you got to realize it's like, me and I will refer to you now as the SWAT king. I have a 50 in SWAT because
RJ's not
of this
allowed
guy.
to drink anymore.
I'm not, and I'm actually gonna pour my next glass. But what I was gonna say is, we have 2 bottles. That's right. Here, hold on.
I may have used a little
No,
too
but
much,
I'll give you a very good example. I met this gentleman for background information for all of you new viewers out there and listeners. I met this gentleman almost 15 years ago playing Halo, dude.
I met you in person 17 years ago.
That's right. And then at the time, I couldn't do drugs, and it was terrible. And
I came out here and bought a bunch of Leinenkugel beer, I think.
Yeah, we did. The Summer Shandies.
Yep.
That's right. That is a good beer. That is a good beer.
Such
Beer
gut
tastes
rot
like
after
shit.
that.
Yeah, that shit tastes like ass.
You don't like Summer Shandy?
No.
Oh.
No.
It's too citrusy.
Yep.
It does have a bit of a, what is the word, twang to it.
If I wanted lemonade, exactly. If I wanted lemonade, I would drink lemonade.
Their Oktoberfest ain't terrible, but the rest of it, Berry Weiss, I can have one.
It's like them and Samuel Adams is 2 that I just.
I am not a Sam Adams fan. But, are you a Sam Adams guy, man?
No.
Yeah, I didn't mean to pour that much Coke in there. I really
you did.
No, I didn't. Honestly,
You just got to top it off now.
Yeah.
Don't, because you're rambling.
No, I'm not. I'm just happy to be around my friends.
So, you guys did bring up Star Wars, so I had my sugar mama make some things.
Oh, wait. Sugar mama. All right. Jared, I will.
Yeah, you do, RJ. So
I can't make it work. So.
All right. So, first of all.
Move that glass, because that's going to be a problem.
Yeah, let's get that out of the way before I knock it over on my own carpet. Dude, I didn't realize her brand was called Sugar Mama.
Yeah. That's why I call her my sugar mama.
Nice.
I like this.
Marketing.
Yep.
Sugar mama homemade goodness.
So we have
macarons.
Okay. I was gonna say I don't know what this is.
What is it again?
So I'm gonna open the box. They are, and I hope I don't butcher this in the camera. They are Baby Grogus.
Oh, they're Grogus, or is it Yoda?
She says Baby Grogus, so
so
I don't know.
They're
the
Grogus.
same thing.
So I am going to
either one is cool on the show.
Yeah, right.
So I'm going to take one.
That one's squished.
I think that's why I'm taking it.
I'm not. I don't want a cookie right now because I'm drinking this. And
they're macarons.
Oh, I still don't want it because the sugar is gonna taste weird when I start drinking this again.
Right.
I didn't mean to chew in the mic. If I'm doing that, I'm sorry. This is delicious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good. What kind is it?
I don't know.
Me either.
It tastes like
the green kind.
Yeah.
Yeah, it tastes like the color it is. If that makes any sense. But no, this is really. Oh, I didn't.
That's what Yoda tastes like.
I am eating Yoda, folks.
Out.
Pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. Dude, that's sweet.
I didn't know you like little baby Yoda.
I can't win on this fucking podcast, dude.
I didn't know you liked to play with Baby Yodas.
So here, let me tell you. So
Baby Grogu's, I mean.
Since John is in town, I know that He's only, typically when he's here, we have this 48-hour span of whatever happens. And that is, we're currently doing that in motion right now, right?
Slightly.
Tomorrow will be a whole different
vibe. I can't do that shit anymore. Plus tomorrow is going to be a whole different thing, too.
Yeah, so we got to, dude, this is delicious, bro. I hope you marry this woman. Please marry this man.
Oh, my God.
Oh, she's already got a fiance, so.
Yeah, relax,
this
RJ.
is fucking awkward.
Relax,
dude.
RJ. Yeah.
I'm just, can you edit this out?
She is honestly the nicest person that I've ever met. So.
Will I? That's the question.
I don't know, but I just know this is delicious, and she's got a fiance?
Oh, yeah.
Fuck.
Why are you, what are you going to do about it?
I would be about this big around if I married her. Like, seriously.
If somebody could cook like that, that's a wrap.
I know.
She
That's
makes
why I
these
just don't want him
cookies, like, oh, my
Dude,
God.
if this woman ever disrespects you, just allow it. All right?
Oh, yeah.
He said, oh, yeah.
Those are delicious. But Jared is right. As somebody who hasn't, that's actually a better, dude, those are Baby Grogu, what are they called?
Macaroons.
Macaroons.
Yeah.
Macaroons.
I don't think they're macaroons. They're macarons. Because they don't actually have coconut in them. So they're a different thing.
So let me ask you, since we are talking about the Sugar Mama brand, I would like to think she's well established back at home.
Not really. No, she does.
She have an Instagram?
She does it just off of Facebook, and then she goes around to different craft fair things.
She have an Instagram, and because you can hook your Instagram, so when you take a picture of something on Instagram, you can send it so it goes straight to your Facebook.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. If you could, if you would kindly provide us a link, we'd be more than happy to share that for that young lady, because that is delicious, and I think everybody in the world needs to eat a Baby Yoda.
I agree. I think they need to eat those Butterfinger cookies, but
the other thing is Instagram names are easier to share than Facebook.
Right.
So like that's all I'm saying about that. Because when I do the post for the comedy stuff, I'm doing that on my Jared Lee comedy page, and it just sends it to my Facebook.
Okay.
So I don't have to
do anything.
Yep. Killing two birds with one stone.
But that's awesome. So big shout out, big mad scientist lab shout out to Sugar Mama. We love your macaroons. And we love your cookies. Please continue to provide us, and we will do whatever we can to make sure that you become rich and famous. And if you fuck, I don't know what's happening. Story of my life. No, but going on. No, these are delicious. Please, I swear to God, bro, I cannot get over your generosity, man. I was like, Mom was like, is John here? I was like, yeah. She was like, oh, how's everything? I was like, yeah, it's cool. I was like, he brought 4 bottles of wine. She was like, oh. I was like, 7 bottles of whiskey. Oh. I was like, there's 3 cases of beer. Oh. And she was like, and then there's cookies. Oh. And it just keeps piling up, dude. Dude, I literally feel like you're like Christmas morning in person, dude. And
then I did find something for Jared too.
Something really cool for Jared. So I saw this last night and I was like, yo, this is America.
Oh shit.
So and I'm only doing this right now, but first and foremost, Jared, in all seriousness, thank you for your service. Happy Veterans Day, sir.
Don't do this.
All right, yeah. I know.
As I always say.
Yeah,
like,
so
I don't need your thanks.
You did it because you wanted to be a supreme badass.
No, I don't need your thanks. I didn't get to kill anybody, so.
What? I feel like it's kind of unfortunate, but that doesn't matter.
Never mind. He missed it.
I know.
That's what happens when you don't come to my show.
So he brought you a nice gift, and he would like you to have this.
I will. I can't really. I mean, it's a lot.
No.
It's heavy.
That's what I'm saying. You want me to run a show and open some shit?
Well, it's not difficult to open.
This looks like a fucking Bible or some shit.
It actually, dude, from the side right now, it looks like you're holding the Holy Bible of the Mad Scientist Lab.
American craftsmanship.
Yeah,
American pride.
Dude, yeah, and if it says American pride on it, it's got to be redneck, dude.
Oh, shit. This is dope.
Yeah.
Wait, is this like a...
Henry Derringer or whatever?
You put the... I don't know if I can show this on TV.
Yeah, why not, man?
Oh, you can't? It's just a cork stopper for a bottle.
Yeah, don't worry. We watch people kill people in video
games.
It
looks really real, though.
Yeah. Well, yeah, if you fucking had if it was 1870.
This is not real. Disclaimer, YouTube and fucking Twitch and all that. It's just a fucking thing you put alcohol in. It's like a little mini Derringer. Might have to blur this out, but we'll see.
Dude, that's fucking sweet, bro.
I don't want to get kicked off of Twitch, but yeah, this shit is dope. I can't drink this shit. I had to fucking display this motherfucker.
I don't think the bourbon's actually that good. It's just that.
Yeah.
Which means definitely I'm gonna just be displaying it. Yeah, this is a dope little display thing.
Yeah.
No, so from John to Jared, Jared to John.
Now I gotta figure out how to. Oh, it's a whole thing. Wait, is this his? Wait, hold up, I'm confused. So, this is by his company, the guy who made the gun, or the company?
Idea. I just saw it and I'm like, I know he likes Western stuff, and this is epic.
I mean, it's pretty badass.
He designed the Philadelphia Derringer, a popular concealed carry. This is fucking the most American shit you can buy.
Dude, when he opened it in front of me last night,
this shit is dope.
Yeah. So, folks, Jared is holding the Holy Bible of whiskey in his hands.
This is America,
dude. He opened it up last night, and I was like hunched over like this, and then as I stood up, I felt the American flag behind me, bro.
Might as well.
Like,
I gotta figure. There's got to be a good way to display that.
If anybody's seen Team America, World Police, America. Fuck yeah. That literally went through my head.
Damn, the fact that that's crazy. You couldn't find that shit here.
No?
I doubt it.
No, man. And it's funny. It's funny you say that. So me and John went over to Funny Story. So got up the same.
It's funny you say that. Funny story.
Yeah. I'm not good at this stuff. I don't know why I continuously
Practice.
I'm very good at practicing in person. Anyway, so I got up today, so John gets to town last night, right? I meet up with him. I haven't had a drink in over a month, and I'm like,
yes,
all right.
you've said it time and time again.
Well, I'm getting into it
because we can tell you've had it now.
Yeah, I'm sure you can, and this will be a great podcast because of it. My sobriety has ended for your entertainment.
Yeah, you're surprised.
They definitely need to start carrying Kesslers at some of these places, though.
No, they do have Kesslers.
Oh, they do?
Yeah,
just gotta go
that's where this bottle came from.
Oh, I mean, like at a bar.
Oh, no, they don't have that. They don't do that.
I got to start drinking Jamesons, and those get pretty expensive out there.
Yeah.
And I will tell you,
Jack too.
Yeah. Yep. After not being out for obviously a little duration of time, I'm going out and having a drink with this gentleman, ran into a couple of our buddies, and
you went out on a Friday though.
Yeah, and there's nobody in our normal spot, if that's what you even want to call that place. And so two of our buddies were like, hey, we're going out to Old Town, to shoot some pool and blah, blah, blah. We know a bartender there. And it was early enough in the night. And I was like, well, there's nothing happening here. I haven't been out in a while. And fuck it. It's probably only 20 minutes away. So let's go. So
Old Town, motherfucker?
It really wasn't that. What? It took us like maybe 15.
10, 15
minutes.
Yeah,
it's not long. It's just Old Town is like it's an
was
adventure.
I got to practice my parallel parking.
Yeah.
Oh shit! You found it on the street. That's lucky.
Yeah,
we did. And I was actually shocked. We found like the perfect spot right on the corner. I mean,
I didn't even hit any
better
cars.
than that.
It was awesome.
And I will tell you, for the size of his truck, he parks with such confidence, and I commend that.
Professional driver.
Yeah, you do do that for a living, right?
Yeah,
so
professional sightseer.
Yeah, dude, you drive like a huge 18-wheeler, dude. No, I'm over here like, man, you park kind of good.
See, but this is the difference. This is what you remember you were saying you could be a race car driver?
I am a race car driver. They call me Dash Rendar.
You're amazed at the fact that he could parallel park.
Well, I believe it or not, I am really typically.
Let me ask you another question. Do you know how to drive stick?
Believe it or not, I do not.
So you would not be a very good. I don't know. Maybe these days you could be a decent race car driver because everything's sequential gearbox and paddle shifter and all that.
Well, believe it or not, the thing is I actually don't mind learning that. I would actually like to learn it. Reason being,
good luck finding something these days.
Well, yeah, I mean it's not a very common thing anymore.
Nope.
But when I learned how to drive, literally, my buddy and me and our friends in the neighborhood would sneak his brother's car out at night. He had two cars. He had one of them was a BMW, which was a stick. And then the other one, it was like a Honda or a Toyota.
And
I can't
you took
remember.
the Honda that was automatic.
So no, but that's the one that we took most of the time.
Because you couldn't drive the other one.
Yeah. So when
I learned how to drive on a stick.
Yeah. No. And
like I had no choice because my mom all she ever bought was sticks. So like I had to learn on a stick.
And I really wish I did. And I'm being 100% honest with you.
It's fucking so much more fun.
No, and
it's easier to control.
I think I'd be really good at that, to be honest with you.
Yeah, you keep saying that.
Yeah, don't worry. Folks, if you want to buy me a beater car out there so I can drive stick, please let me. No.
Name a person we know who has a stick these days.
I actually only know of one person that you may know of or have seen him around that has a new SRT that is a stick shift, 2021.
2021? Oh, it must be high-end shit.
Oh, it is. Yeah, it's very high end.
Because you're not getting it unless it's a sports car or some shit.
No. They don't put them in anything anymore.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. So I mean, you probably before you even buy the car, you probably have to request it because it's not a common thing. It is a dying way of driving. It is.
Well, no, it's just because
it is in semi-driving.
I'm gonna sound
They don't
boomerish.
even make them anymore in stick. You actually have to special order the semis to.
Oh, those are automatics too?
Yeah, all of them are.
Holy
all
shit.
the new ones because they need to have more people driving. And
it's
going to sound sexist, but most women just can hop in a semi now and just drive them because they're automatics. And even the guys, too. There's a lot of special people out there.
Well, they're young. Usually it's younger people who aren't going to know how.
Everybody.
Yeah.
It's
because it's just not a thing anymore, so nobody's gonna remember how to drive it.
It's the perfect anti-theft device.
In the semi, it's super easy. You don't even have to hit the clutch anymore. Most of them, like unless you're stopped, you just literally throw it in gear. You get going, you just float in gears constantly.
That's kind of F1 cars kind of work the same way. Like there's a clutch there, but like once you get going, like you don't need the clutch. It's just
yeah.
And what he would tell me is when we were out driving, and we would just go around the neighborhood. Sometimes we would go a little farther just to drive at night. I mean, nothing crazy. But he told me one time, he said, RJ, I really want to show you how to drive the BMW, the stick. He said, but if we fuck the clutch up, my brother's going to know we were driving his car. He said,
you're not going to fuck it up right away.
No, I know. But he just
unless the clutch is already old. Then
I mean, I can't remember the year of this car. I mean, it was probably like. This was the early 2000s, so I would think it's
those
in that time.
Those motherfuckers are a bitch to replace too.
They are. I mean, it's.
It's not. Well, rear-wheel drive cars aren't as bad. Front-wheel drive cars are hard because everything is in this space and it has to transfer the energy from here to here. It's weird, but with rear-wheel drive cars, everything's going from the engine all the way back. So then everything can be in a line.
Yeah.
As opposed to front wheel drive cars, everything is like a square kind of. I don't know. It's hard to explain.
Right up in there.
Yeah. No. It's and that actually brings up a very valid point. I was talking to a customer the other night. He was just telling me he was just picking up. He was waiting for his car to be pulled around. He was like, "Hey man, I'm actually recently retired." He said, "I've worked in aviation for almost 30 years."
Damn.
He said, "I've maintenance planes and this and that." Because I was asking him what we did to his car, just try to make small talk, not be awkward while he's kind of standing there waiting. And he was like, man, he said, the one thing about being an engineer, and he said, I'll tell you, as somebody who's worked on airplanes, this, and that. And he said, when these people build these things, he said, they don't even remotely think about the guy who's going to be fixing it.
Oh, trust me, I know. That's partly why I got out of doing auto mechanics. Because it was just like, it just got to the point where, like, I didn't want to be bent over a fucking car because my knees would be hurting from bending over the fucking hood of the car. My back would be hurting and shit.
It's very exhausting work.
Like, and I'm like 18, 19 years old at this time. I'm like, bro, I get old and I'm doing this shit. I'm going to be fucking broke the fuck up.
Yeah, and
I just, for some reason in my head, thought about it. I was like, bro, I want to keep this as a hobby. I don't want this as a profession because
it'll wear you out.
It's going to, and then you see people in that industry, like who've been mechanics or technicians, forever, and they're just very disgruntled people.
And it's funny you say that, man. It's so funny you say that because I typically don't believe in cliche things for the most part. I mean, they do fall into place depending on what's happening. but that is like a nail on the head. Every older technician that I've ever met, I mean, that's been doing it for pretty much a majority of their life, is a grumpy bastard, dude. And
because you're dealing. Well, it also depends on, maybe at a dealership is a little easier because there's that, especially these days, there's that buffer where they don't have to deal with the customer.
Yeah,
like you're the one taking all the heat from the customer. The technician, barely ever gets any of that. And then the salespeople, they might get some heat. But back in the day, if you worked at a small shop, the customer, you're talking directly to the customer, and they're gonna be mad. Well, I can't do it. And then the state regulations, you know how fucking this place is.
Yeah, Virginia, it's crazy because we get a lot of customers from Maryland that come down to our dealership, which has completely different safety regulations in terms of state inspection. Is there a giant? Oh my God!
Oh, I missed.
How the fuck? It was in your like trash can lid type hands.
No, it's over in the corner.
Well, yeah, because he's scared shitless.
Yeah, it's stuck. It's on the curtain.
Yeah, you punk bitch mosquito.
Oh, he almost bit you. But what were you saying?
No, but what I was gonna say is, but you're right. You know, the guys that have been around for so long, and I've only been in the automotive industry for a handful of years. Like I'm not even whiffing. You know, somebody who's really tenured.
We know it was like 2 years, 3 years.
Well, that's right. Anyway, but some of the most disgruntled techs I know are the ones that have been doing this for 20 some odd years. And then he will look at a car, look at a ticket, and be like, hey, this person's going to be a piece of shit.
Yep.
And they know it just like that immediately.
It's just from dealing with the same shit.
Yeah.
Because people don't. Bro, when I worked on cell phones, it was funny. I didn't want to work on cars, but I ended up working on cell phones for fucking probably 5-6 years. And same thing. Motherfuckers get upset. Well, come look. But then I have to deal with it because the people up front, they don't know how to articulate to the people what's happening. So I have to go up and clarify. And then so now I'm still getting the shit. But then I hit them with a dead face like, blah, 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 blah. This is what it is. That, the other thing. Ain't nothing I can do about it. And I just look at them. They throw their little tantrums. I look at them like a fucking child. Like, you're a fucking child throwing a tantrum on the floor right now. And are you done?
Yeah, no, I'm unfortunately in the last 2 weeks, I have had 2 or 3 customers like that. And
just look at them and stare, bro.
No,
tell them to calm down. It works for all women.
It does.
I'm glad you assumed that they were women.
Yeah. I will say one of these customers was, and no, but they come to. I have never, and before I even get into it, I have never been, and I know you're not, and I know I would say a vast majority of people. I have never gone somewhere like if I'm going through the drive-thru at McDonald's or if I'm going into fucking Radio Shack or Advanced Auto anywhere.
God damn, you old motherfucker. You just brought up Radio Shack.
Yeah.
When I go to the Blockbuster.
Yeah, dude. I got my card.
Circuit City.
Super throwback.
Heckinger Hardware.
Oh, yeah. We are fucking old. Hey, man, there was nothing like a Heckinger's, man. I mean, I'm telling you. My mom praised that place. What I was going to say is I've never gone into an establishment, like, put it this way. When you go to a grocery store, you know why you're going there. It's like, hey, I need food in my house. You know, I've got to eat. When your car, unfortunately, has a problem, hey, I'm going to take it to whether it's a dealership or your local gas station, wherever. My car's got a problem. You have the intention of taking it somewhere.
No, I don't.
You don't. I mean,
I'm not taking it anywhere. Like, I will either know... And I'll give you all a little secret. I haven't done it in a while, but Craigslist is a good place to find people who work on cars. Well, they don't have that anymore. But that's a good place to find people who work on cars, and they will do it for a much less than a place. Well, I'm not even going to say dealership.
Dealerships are in the realm of their own. I know. Trust me.
I'm sorry if you work at a dealership and you're a technician. Fuck a dealership.
Oh, dude, don't worry. My text would probably
anybody who's in the fucking car world, who knows cars, like works on them, like builds them, whatever, they will call a dealership stealership because they're definitely going to steal your money.
And that might definitely work around here, but Where I come from, you're going to get some hillbilly, just absolutely.
But they know what they're doing.
They do. And it might take them a little bit to do it.
Yeah,
and
that's
it
fine.
will be cheaper. But the people that you deal with, you're just second-guessing yourself every moment of the
I mean, it could.
process.
You're right. It could be different up there. Here is it's
you
everything.
get that old guy. He's got about 3 teeth, and he's
that's probably the guy
really,
I want working
really
on my car.
sketchy.
You know,
Exactly.
He's about this big around.
Yeah.
if Billy Joe can fucking fix my car for fucking
We're
half
gonna
the
call him
price,
Jim Bob Cooter because I feel that.
I said Billy Joe.
Billy Joe.
Don't change my fucking scenario for your sake. If you want to come up with your own scenario, you do it on your own.
All
But
right,
don't change my narrative of
All right.
my story.
All right, finish your narrative, and I'll create my own as you're talking.
I don't want to create it now.
Oh well, I want you to be happy.
What? Don't fucking no. What the fuck? See, this is what I tell you. That people pleasing shit.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. I
No, it's
want
not. You're my
you to be
friend.
happy. What about you? What about you being happy?
I would like to think for the most part I'm pretty happy. Some things kind of stink. I have to work.
So then do your narrative then. Go ahead, RJ.
Well, Jared,
Since
you know
Billy
what?
Joe wasn't good enough for you.
I think Billy Joe is great. I just think Jim Bob Cooter sounds more hick. That's all.
Okay.
And if anybody knows who Jim Bob Cooter is, I think he was the offensive coordinator for the Detroit Lions.
So you stole it from something else.
Dude, that guy's name was Jim Bob Cooter. That was his legal name.
See-
Who in their right mind is named
Use
that?
your imagination.
If I was going to use my imagination, I'd come up with Jim Bob Cooter.
That's not your imagination. You just told me exactly where you got it from.
I know, but if I didn't know that was his name, if I were to
So
think of a perfect...
think of another country ass name right now.
All right, so I'm going to call him Daryl Lee fucking Chucklefield.
Where'd you come up with the Lee from?
I don't know. Maybe because you're in front of me. Mr.
Exactly. See?
Jared Lee
You
Comedy.
can't come off the fucking top of the dome.
Jared Lee Comedy. Please make that a sound bit.
Maybe with that entire clip too.
No. Oh, man.
Yeah, exactly. You just ruined yourself.
No. You're watching failure happen in real time.
Jared Lee Comedy presents.
No, you can't say Jared. You got to say Jared Lee Comedy.
All right, my name is not that country. It sounds country, but it ain't that country.
Well, I just make it a snippet. Trust me, you'll get views and people will like you. If you get laid because of that,
Robert E. Lee. If I get laid because of what? Something you said?
Yes.
Get the fuck out of
I'm
here.
just
I feel
saying
like
if
it's not that difficult around here.
It's not, but it's that depends on how
It might be easier for you.
Yeah, I got the ginger saddle.
Because you're not from here.
Yeah, we unfortunately.
Oh, yeah, everybody keeps telling me I have an awesome accent. I've heard it the entire time around here.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
You must just have just love this.
When I checked into the hotel, the first thing that the lady says, I want to be the first one to tell you, when you walked in the door and you started playing with your beard, that was amazing.
She wants,
it is
there
an
you go.
amazing beard.
She wants to touch your penis.
Now, it would be the same thing. Look at this motherfucker.
No, I'm just.
It'd be the same thing. I don't know. Well, first of all, I don't know how it would work with me going to Wisconsin and trying to do things, but I digress.
If you could talk to a girl in Wisconsin, and then yes, you're fine.
Well, see,
I could talk to
they'll be
women.
like, "Where are you from?" I'm like, "I'm from Virginia."
Yeah. Well,
You all talk like that? Yes, we do, man.
Yeah. Well, if you start talking like, I'm going to tell you, if I'm
Panty
within
dropper.
5 feet of you and I hear you talking like that, I'm walking away, dude.
I'm like,
Is that your friend over there? Oh, no, I don't know that guy. Yeah, no, I'm just gonna
but
do it.
you sounded just as country as I did.
He sounded more country.
Yeah.
There's a big difference. Between
Actually,
me
mine
and you.
was more hillbilly.
Yeah, well, dude, you sound like you're fucking churning butter out there on the turnpike.
I might be
Yeah.
churning butter because I'm doing fucking. I need some cornmeal for my damn moonshine. What the hell you talking about?
Did you see that? I have to show. I know you probably saw. Did you see that video that Brent posted?
No, because everything that Brent posts is annoying.
Some of it's hilarious.
No, it's not.
No.
It's the dumbest shit I've ever seen in my life.
I think it was from The Color Purple.
It's like there's no thing. Here's the thing. It's like the shit that he posts is like watching a Three Stooges episode. It's just slapstick comedy,
Yeah.
and like I need to be able to.
No. You gotta.
I need a little higher brow. You know what I'm saying?
No, but he had posted something, and I just found it hilarious. I think it was from The Color Purple, if I'm not mistaken. I can't remember. I've only seen the movie like maybe 3 times.
I don't watch those movies.
I don't want to say unfortunately, but I have seen them. Just hey, it's like, oh, apparently this is an incredible film. It's like when you were younger.
I get it, RJ. I don't watch those films.
I understand. I've just seen it.
It's like, why don't you watch 12 Years a Slave? Because I don't fucking want to.
I can see how it could be uncomfortable.
I'll watch Django all day, though.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, Django's a dope-ass movie. It's also fucking 3 hours long, dude.
It's not that long. It's 2.5.
Dude, that movie is way longer than 2.5.
No,
well, it's probably like 2 hours and like 40.
I've watched it at least 100+ times. It is not that long.
Well, yeah, because, I mean, you're on the opposite side of history. It's a dope-ass film anyway. And what I was going to say is... oh man, I'm not.
What was the point of the joke? Was it color purple?
No, but there was a part in the field when they were like screaming at one another, and it was that ski yay or whatever that Sexy Red shit is.
I don't know
that new song. I don't know much about it, but
Sexy Red.
Yeah, that's a new rapper. Her name is Sexy Red.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I still don't get it. Okay.
I don't know. I just thought it was hilarious. I'm going to send it to you. I think you'll find it funny. You also might find it demoralizing now that after
you
talking.
guys with your freaking, I don't know. I don't want to say that. I don't want to make it sound like I'm old, but like, I don't know any of these fucking rappers.
I don't know this bitch either.
The new cultural context that I'm supposed to know some of this shit of. Like, it just.
I don't know what this song is about. I don't know what this verbiage refers to.
How was it funny if you didn't?
It just looked like it was about to be really serious, and then it wasn't. I think that's kind of what caught me off guard.
You should definitely have a little person if you can't learn the verbiage. He says things.
I know
all
the verbiage.
time.
Yeah,
I know the verbiage. I don't know the context of, like what he would have said. Like, I don't know these rappers because they're they're probably shit anyway. But
absolute 100% hot garbage. But it's music. It is what it is. I'm not one.
Anybody. The thing is, anybody can these days can make a song, just like when they shit on this, like that comment somebody said. It was like, look, they just popped into a studio, started doing a podcast. Like, no, you fucking. Internet.
You fucking needle dick motherfucker. Well, this is the Mad Scientist Lab. All right, go ahead. Continue.
Wow. All right.
Well, I just wanted everybody to know.
That might be
strong on that.
Yeah, I might have to put that at the beginning of like the intro. It was like, you needle dick motherfucker.
Honestly, that's a good sound bit. It really is. No, but it just, I don't know. It was just funny.
Okay.
But what I wanted to ask John, you brought up a good point. You obviously have a child, and he's getting to that age.
I don't think he's a child anymore.
He's a
he's
young
my little
man.
person. He'll be my little person.
Oh yeah,
forever.
of course.
Yeah,
but he's like
he's a young adult,
16.
Yeah,
16.
young
driving. That's a young man. At this point.
There was so a young man. But I know
I wouldn't go that far, but okay.
But I will tell you,
just trying.
I will tell you the one thing that constantly changes but stays the same, as odd as that may sound, is slang. Slang is an evolving thing.
It doesn't change that much as you think it does.
You listen to him playing with his nerd friends on video games, and it's like, what did you just say? Like, what?
So
I've been listening to this, and none of it makes sense. Oh, well, it means this. Well, why didn't you just say that?
Yeah, like, what's an example?
I have no idea. I don't understand what he's saying.
Well, I mean,
there's just a bunch of random words that just don't make sense.
I mean, put it this way: back in our prime,
yeeting things like
yeeting?
Maybe I'm just old because
wait, what was it?
Yeet.
Oh, yeet is like throwing something.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, he's talking about yeeting things, but he uses a bunch of different words with it, where it's just like he's yeeting. I don't even know. Like I just don't even pay attention anymore.
I don't know the context. Like, yeeting means throwing. Like
yeah, he's playing
throwing something.
Minecraft or some
or something like that shit got yeeted. Like
it's taken away. To a degree, it's just like yeet. You know, I know it's dumb, but it is what it is.
Right. We had our stupid sayings too.
Gyat is a new one. Gyatt. Like gyat.
Like goddamn,
yeah.
Like
it's short for goddamn, or like a big booty bitch. Like God, you know what I'm saying?
Big booty.
I mean, ours when I was growing up was like hot damn, like or
he said
same thing, like
hot damn, shinny duty.
Fucking telling this guy driving around with him today and last night, like, look alive, motherfucker. Like, you are just not paying attention. Like, she just had a hot ass. Oh, really?
Oh, yeah, no.
Like, come on.
For the 30
walking around with him is the worst.
No, it's not. It's not. It's not terrible. I am actually
focused. Yeah, he'll be like, and then his slow ass walk where he's,
I don't walk like that. Yeah. What a fucking douchebag you are, Mr. Smith. I don't know why I'm friends with this guy. I met him in a bar, and he was like, hey, you know what? You look like a fucking dork. You want to talk about dork
I didn't
things?
fucking say that. Don't even put words
well,
in
it
my
sounded
mouth.
like that to me. And then I was like, you're not as old as you say you are. And then you pulled out your fucking, you pulled out the giant wooden pencil from Texas, and you were like, yeah, I'm this old. And then you drew it out. I have named this pencil Woody, just to let everybody know.
You said that like 2 weeks ago when I put it out.
I did, but I'm just reiterating said statement. But regardless, I do remember asking you to see your ID, though, when you told me how old you were, and I was like, you're completely lying to me.
I don't remember that.
I remember it clear as day. We were sitting on the right-hand side of the bar.
Was it still the old colored ones? Or was
No. It's the newer ones.
Oh.
But this is when I guess I had just stared talking to you through Jay. Shout out to that gentleman, and happy Veterans Day.
We don't need the whole fucking details.
But anyway, I remember when you told me how old you were, I was like, dude, I don't believe you because I thought you were like my age. Like,
I mean, I've been getting that since I was fucking bro. When I was like 18, motherfuckers thought I was 8. Like
that's fucking creepy, dude.
I've always looked young.
No, but that's not a bad thing, and I'm not knocking it. But I remember when I looked at your ID and I read it, and I was just like, yo, fuck.
This actually got me through because I forgot my ID one night, and we were in Austin, and I had this little thing.
They weren't going to let you in, dude?
I don't know. I was worried but I realized it right when we got out. I got out of the car. We had already went downtown. We got downtown, parked the car, and I was like, fuck. I left my ID fucking room, and so I don't know. I think the first place we went in, the guy was like, he looked at Bobby B first, and then looked at me, and he was like, "Come on in." And I was like, "Okay, well, never mind." No, but then like one place they asked for my ID, and I was like, "Hey, oh well, we'll go somewhere else." But 6th Street is fucking packed with bars and shit. So
do you know what? I understand people are doing their jobs when they're doing this, and I'm not going to knock that. But I do remember a time, one of the only times I went to a wrestling event with my dad when I was younger. We went to over up there to Mason, which is now Eagle Bank Arena.
Yep.
And it was like an intermission. So my dad was like, "Hey, I want to get a beer." My dad's in his early 40s at this point, and we go out and to concessions, get in line. And my dad was like, "Hey, can I just get a tall whatever?" And the guy was like, "Let me see your ID." And my dad had left it in the car. And the guy was like, "Well, I can't sell it to you." And, my dad, I think at a certain point.
I think it depends on the situation. Like the one place that didn't or was asking for ID, I later read on their website that they asked for, and if you're having out-of-state ID, I don't know what, maybe they had some issues in the past, but they were like, if you have an out-of-state ID, you need to have a second ID, like birth certificate or some other shit. I was like, what the fuck is this? Goddamn census?
No, that's bullshit too, dude. I really do. If I show a form of ID that shows my identification, whether it's expired or not.
I get what you're saying, but again, in California, I've had this happen before when I was much younger at the time. I was probably barely 21. So, of course, they're going to ask for ID. But I'm in the military. So, my ID, my driver's license, is from here.
Yeah.
Out there, sometimes they didn't want to take it. Maybe because I look young, and they were like, oh, well, we need a second form of ID, or it can't be an out-of-state ID. So, it all depends on where you're at.
Okay, I can see that being a thing. Like, it's like, hey, we don't know if this is forged, blah, blah. Can you provide secondary documentation?
Yeah, but I'm not doing all that at fucking my age. Fuck that.
No, but you're right. So, but I guess my whole point is that
I'll go somewhere else.
I understand people were doing their jobs. I get that. But at the same time, it's like, you see a parent with their kid. The guy is clearly old enough to just sell them the beer, man. But my dad, thank God, we were only parked around the corner from where we walked in. So my dad was like, "Hey, let's go to the car." I mean, he was a little annoyed by it. He was like, "Dude, I'm like 40 some odd."
He might have tried to. He could have tried to go to another stand. Maybe another stand would have.
Well, he might have done that, but I think obviously, I think my dad was thinking about time and me seeing the wrestling matches. So I think I think he was obviously more concerned about my
creating
enjoyment.
a freaking wrestling monster. That's what he was doing.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, he's believe it or not, it's actually kind of more of my mom's fault. As crazy as that sounds.
Really?
Yeah.
I had to take that on my own. Like it would be on TV and I'd be watching it.
No, so when I got into wrestling,
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to do this.
No,
I didn't want to start.
My grandpa got my little person into it, and now neither one of them watches it. Well, my grandpa probably still does, but my little person don't.
Well,
he's more of a video game nerd.
Well, that's okay.
That's my fault.
No, but and I will tell you, the wrestling is, and we say it all the time, is way different nowadays. No, but just very briefly, when my dad got me into wrestling, or I should say, my next door neighbor got me into wrestling. He was a couple years older than me, and then I was telling my dad about it. My dad was like, "Yeah, I know these people. Well, me and Gene Okerlund, Hulk Hogan. I was learning." And but my dad, he had to get up at like 3 a.m. to go to work, so he'd go to bed at like 7 o'clock at night. And then when wrestling was on, my mom was up. So when I was growing up watching Raw and Nitro, I mostly watched wrestling with my mom. And it's just something that I wouldn't say unfortunately, but something that I've done for my entire life. So that's my story.
Great story, bro.
Now, I'm glad that I could share my inner feelings on the Mad Scientist.
This motherfucker be using this joint for a therapy session.
Well, what do you want me to do? Talk to my mother? It's horrible. Hey, Mom, I'm having.
I don't know. I talked to her.
I do.
She was nice.
She's nice because you don't.
She's
live
nice
here.
to you. Well, I mean, she's nice to me, but she's gonna be different toward our.
That's fair. I brought her wine, so.
Oh, John's like the son I never had. I was like, what, Ma?
Did she really say that?
No, but when she's smiling, when he's handing the bottles, I'm thinking, I know my mom's thinking that in her head.
Well, just buy her a bottle of wine every now and then.
I brought some farm fresh eggs for her.
So my mom's not going to watch us, but I do want to tell you right here, live on air, that.
Oh, shit, what the fuck?
No, it's okay. It's
He's pregnant. Watch out.
I know. And I promise you, it's not mine. It's not mine.
Yeah. I am not pregnant, folks. I'm sorry to disappoint anybody that thought I'd be
clip it and ship it.
If I know you're gonna clip that.
Fuck
yeah. I fucking hate you. No, but so next Friday we are gonna have to do the podcast because next Saturday night me and my sister are surprising my mom with a dinner down the road.
Okay, this is something you could have.
Well, I mean,
left off air.
Yeah, it's fine. I'm just saying.
Okay.
It's not the end of the
that's fine. Well, shit. I was going to say we could do 2 now, but, never mind. We'll just do it Friday.
I'm here.
But that's fine. We can do it Friday.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I could have told you off here, but...
You going to scoop me?
Yeah, I'll pick you up, dude. I don't care. It's not a big deal.
We're chopping all this, so by the way.
Yeah. This will not be in the final product of this week's episode.
You're adding to the shit that I got to cut out.
Well, it only makes it even better. Dude, I feel like there's...
This man has an entire fucking chest of ice over there.
All right, so...
all right, so, yeah, I've been trying to do this for a long time. The reason that I can drink so much is because every time I make a drink, I fill it back up with ice. That way I'm more hydrated so that I'm not so much hungover in the morning. That's how I do this.
Because he drinks like a fish, ladies and gentlemen. If
yeah.
you've ever
Did y'all hear this bullshit that he just said?
Dude.
you keep filling it up with ice.
Yeah, could I get a little ice in mine? Yeah, fuck it.
Absolutely.
Jared, would you like some ice in your Baby Grogu glass?
I'm good. I barely have any left in here.
Yeah, all right. Well, here, let me just take a couple cubes.
Jeez.
We're somehow going to manage to get up in the early a.m. It's going to be very painful.
There's a reason that they fill them up like that at the bar, so you can drink more.
Yeah, well, I understand that it's all marketing. It's all back to Jared's confounded, mindset.
That's not marketing. That's just fucking using the system.
Isn't it marketing, though?
No.
It's not?
No.
Can I talk like this the rest of the show?
No.
No. So what I was saying earlier, so me and John, we went out and had a day today. Nothing crazy, I promise, because I thought about you. I really did.
Maybe not for you.
Yeah, well, still. What what I was gonna say is, so we initially, I was like, hey, just meet me over at good old Tortuga Verde, right? You know, we'll grab a drink, get some lunch.
This is
Get lunch at fucking Turtle? Why would you do that to him?
No, well, I was thinking, I didn't say let's get lunch there. I was just hungry, so I was like, oh, we could, and their food there is, you know, it's all right, you know. But anyway,
they understood what I was saying. Keep going.
So we go inside. He's sitting in there waiting for me. I go inside. I look around. It's a Saturday, so I'm looking for kind of, you know, regular people that I'm used to seeing working there. There is nobody that I know to be found. Really? And yeah, I was actually kind of shocked.
Wait, where?
I sat there for 15 minutes. Ain't nobody grabbed me a beer or nothing.
And so
that's
nobody
awkward.
we knew was working, and I was a little, obviously I haven't been out in a while, so I don't know what people were doing.
That's strange.
So I asked one of the locals that goes in there, I said, hey, who's serving? And they're like, this guy. And I was like, who the fuck is this guy? And
well, you don't go there anymore.
Well,
so
I don't.
You probably do.
Well, I've seen him. He seems like a nice guy.
Yeah, but I stood there for 5 minutes, and then I was like, my legs are getting tired, so I got to sit down. And then I didn't know what I was
don't want to
supposed
name
get.
names.
Younger guy.
Wearing a green shirt.
Obviously wearing a green shirt, you know.
Gee, okay.
But we can elaborate more afterwards because, you know.
Whatever.
But anyway, so I'm sitting there, and then when the person tells me, they're like, oh, this is a guy working, I'm thinking, oh, this is no good at all. I was like, we're not going to get no type of service in here.
Yeah. Because, again, you don't go there anymore, so nobody knows you.
You will silence. And I have spoken.
Why do I got this silence?
Because just because I haven't come out in a couple weeks doesn't mean people forget who I am.
The shit, yes, they do, because the fucking turnover has changed.
Well, I mean, I'm more so talking about people that we typically know and that we've known for years. If somebody that
nobody's gonna be there that early.
They normally are.
Yeah, we were there. What, 1 o'clock?
Yeah, we got there.
That's pretty early for even a Saturday, and that means and isn't there the other thing tonight? We'll talk about it later.
Yeah.
Thanksgiving.
We actually could probably just.
No, this will continue.
Okay, then talk about some shit.
Yeah, well, that's what I was gonna say. I was
talking about shit that I don't know.
No. So I'm like, hey, this is no good, right? Like we're like, one, I don't know who this guy is, and two, we're not gonna get any service. So I was like, here, let's go over to Burton's, right? So we get up, we go around the corner, walk into Burton's. One of our good friends is working there. He said, hey, come on in, sit down, have a seat. We proceeded to get lunch, to have a drink or two, and then we ran into the mayor of Kingstown, Mr. Kristen Jacques. Shout out to him.
Damn, you and the names.
Yeah.
I like that guy. I bought him a coin.
Yeah.
Queen.
I don't think I've ever really met anybody that doesn't like that guy. I mean, he's very well liked.
He did try to buy me a shot, and I can't do shots, or I will black out.
Want to pop?
Yep.
Dude, and
that's why I bought him that coin, because I'm like, beer or shot, like, flip that thing.
And it's funny, dude, it's crazy that you tell me that, dude, because we can watch you consume, obviously, vast amounts of.
Oh, yeah. If I'm just drinking, it's fine. I do one shot while I'm drinking, blacked out immediately. I don't know what it is. I haven't drank beer in a while, and I had like 4 beers the other day, blacked out.
Damn.
Don't remember anything. But I could sit here and sip on my whiskey and be just, I might be a little slurry, but I'm good to go.
Yeah, you'd be a little RJ.
Yeah, I feel pretty good. I'm
this
not
is
gonna
only
lie.
like my 4th one, so I'm good.
What? Yeah, I don't know.
Other than
we only drink to make it go away to
I'm
only
not
complain
gonna
in the morning.
I did have the worst Bloody Mary I've ever had in my life today at Burton's. It was terrible.
Oh, well.
Believe it or not, I don't think I've ever attempted to drink one.
This is a review of Burton's on the Mad Scientist Lab podcast.
Everything else I had was good, but
everyone that we know that works there, you're welcome.
Yeah, you're very welcome.
What was that thing I had in the spring roll? Oh my god!
You had like the cheesesteak spring roll or something like that. So like
spring roll or egg roll?
No, it was a spring roll. Oh wait, was it egg? No,
I have no idea. It was deep fried and it was amazing.
Oh yeah, that's kind of like this area thing. The first time I had one was in Maryland.
Yeah.
I think Burton's probably stole it from some mom and pop shops.
Yeah.
That was
they're pretty good.
Probably so.
That was really good. And then this is random.
But the one thing I was telling him, and that it's a nice place. Burton's is a really nice place. It's got really good food. I mean, I've never really gone there and said, "Oh, I'm not satisfied," but it is just a tad bit pricey. That's.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's because they market themselves or brand themselves as the non-allergenic.
Dude, and I told him.
Is that why he asked me that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's their whole shtick, I guess.
And I told him before he even ordered. I said he's probably going to come up and ask you this. I said, don't be.
He's like, "Are you allergic to food?"
Yeah, exactly.
Look at me.
It was like, "Are you allergic to fucking blah 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 blah?"
He's gonna name like the
blah.
whole menu. Oh, would you like some ice with that?
And I kind of, in a way, and I probably shouldn't, but sometimes when I go to places and they ask me if I'm allergic to it, I kind of get offended. It's like, "You calling me a bitch?"
Yeah.
I mean, you got to thin out the herd somehow.
I agree. Like, let the motherfuckers eat the fucking bullshit. Eat your peanuts, you little fucking sickly motherfucker.
Jesus, peanuts and
That was
sickly
never
people.
a thing when I was a little person.
Nah, I wasn't.
Dude, I think as far as it went when I was younger was a peanut allergy. Like nothing.
That's what
like,
we're talking about.
I
know. But
Yeah,
in
I
terms
never
of
had that.
anything above that, it's like, oh, my kid
No,
can't eat that.
we're
because-
talking about peanut allergy. What?
They literally freaked out at me when I brought. I don't even remember what it was for my kid's birthday. I brought in something that had peanut butter.
can't bring that. You
Yeah.
don't know who has peanut allergies or
Like-
blah blah blah. Like,
So what?
They're gonna
Tell them don't eat
die.
it.
Yeah.
Like,
they can't even be
they
around.
might feel left out. Oh,
yeah.
okay.
That last one, they can't even be around.
They
dude.
can't even be around it.
Yeah.
Sushi? Oh my god! my little
I've never
5-year-old
had it.
can't have that.
I've never had sushi before.
My name's Dave, and I catch
Sushi's
the
good.
waves here at Capitol Beach.
What?
Well, that's I don't know. I was just kind of going with your vibe.
Well, it was a California vibe, but not a fucking surfer vibe.
Yeah. Well, I mean, California. When I think of California, and I think of the beach.
Because you've never been there.
Got to have some
I'm sorry.
blonde dreadlocks and shit.
Hey, yeah.
What do you mean you're sorry? You're sorry that you've never been to one of the. I don't want to say one of the greatest states, but yeah, you know,
That's kind of.
it's a fun state. It's a cool state.
It's fun to
When you can just drive down the highway and just look out at the ocean, that's pretty fucking cool.
You could do that in Wisconsin. It's just Great Lake.
Dude,
Ocean's a little cooler.
Dude, so the name of the lake by
It
his
looks
house.
exactly the same.
So the name of the lake by his house is called Lake Winnebago, and I think that's just so cool.
Makes sense.
Yeah, I just think it's a cool name. Winnebago is just a cool name.
Is that one of the Great Lakes?
No, that's
One of the smaller ones.
one of the biggest inland landlocked freshwater. It's the biggest lake in Wisconsin.
Oh, it's like
So-
what up, Ghost Chips?
What up, dude?
Speaking of
Hey,
that,
bud.
I want to. I have to give a shout out to the show that I was watching last night. It's partly why I didn't go to sleep till 5:00 in the morning. But there's a show that just came on Amazon. It's a game show. However, it's themed like James Bond, like It's called 007: A Road to a Million. So it takes place in England. Well, it starts out in England or whatever. And there's like 10 different pairs of people. It's kind of like Amazing Race, but James Bond style. They even film it with like these crazy angles. Like if you're watching a 007 movie, one of the more recent ones,
Yeah.
and they have the music and the transitions of like a Bond movie.
That sounds actually dope.
So
dude.
if you're
Yeah, that
into
sounds
Bond,
cool.
if you're into 007 movies, you'll see the transition, you'll see the music and how they film everything. And bro, it's only 7 episodes, and I think there's gonna be another season, or I don't know. They didn't finish because there's still 3 couples left or whatever. But they start out and they have to answer these questions. They have to go find the question first, and they have to do wild things to find the question, and then each time it gets higher. It kind of doubles each time the amount of money, and each time is more involved of how to get to the question, and then the questions get harder, and then the next one is like it just keeps
Are
ramping
these
up.
like-
And they have levels too, so like level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4.
So these questions that they're, I guess, trying to figure out, are they like questions abroad, or are they like strictly like maybe 007 related?
It's like just knowledge.
Knowledge, okay, just general
Like
knowledge.
they
okay.
go around the world. Like they go from like
Like the Amazing
the
Race
Highlands.
type thing?
It's more. Yeah, it's like Amazing Race, but
extreme.
Bond,
Okay.
but like Bond themed, or
Nice.
007 themed, and
I can get behind that.
it's fucking good. Like the reviews on the site that I go to was like it was like 3.5, and I'm like, these motherfuckers don't know what the fuck they're talking about.
Nah, some people like when it comes to TV is a preference.
But there's so they start off in like the Highlands of Scotland, and they get a phone call, like they get dropped off in the middle of nowhere. They get a phone call on this fucking phone booth, and then they have to. One person listens, and they have to relay it to the other person, and then they have to remember the clue, go follow the clue, and then go and do the thing, find the thing, and it's fucking cool, man.
It sounds dope.
I suggest everybody watching this shit. If you're into like Bond shit or like that type of shit.
Well, it actually sounds really cool. And if you're going to take reality TV, especially like a show like Survivor, The Amazing Race, or you said they're couples, right? So it's
well, I mean, some are friends, some are there's one married couple, there's two brothers.
Okay, so
like,
it's
like
it's different.
It's like 10 couple or 10 pairs of people.
Okay,
and they're all competing for. I think it's up to it's like 9. I think it's shared amongst each of them, but it's like 9 million pounds in total.
Oh, dude, that sounds. I mean, that million. When you say million,
pounds is like $17 million.
Then that
9 pounds is like $17 million.
Is it that bad now?
I mean, I could be wrong. It could be 15, 16.
I think it's pretty close to the same. It was it was like 1.23 light not that long ago, but it could get worse. I mean, our inflation's going through the roof, so
yeah,
we can look it up.
Here. While Jared pulls
while
that
he's
up.
doing that, so the running gag for a long time is Ghost Chips randomly chimes in and he puts down a hammer. I don't know if you guys actually know why he does that or who he actually is.
Yeah, we don't know.
Okay, so Ghost Chips is actually my little person.
Ghost Chips.
Oh.
Yes, he is my little person.
What up, bro?
I know why the hammer's there.
He does.
Fuck.
Would you like?
Because he hammered RJ.
He did.
Yeah, so
He got pooped on.
So
When my little person was 18 months old, we were playing a what do you call that?
we're playing a custom game on
Yep.
Guardian.
My little person was 18 months old, and I went and he was letting him play with it, and RJ was kind of messing with him, and the little person actually got to the hammer in the middle of the map, grabbed it, and just pressed the button and killed. That was his first kill in Halo.
Yeah.
Was this guy?
Yeah, so I am Mr. Ghost Chips. If you're out there watching,
Yeah, I
'cause
guess
I know you are.
That has been the running gag for a long time.
Yeah.
And
I never knew that. I
He
kept
wanted
seeing him. He
me.
would come in with and the hammer has a smiley face on it on top of it. So
Yeah, because
it's
it was
even more devious now.
Because Jared, let me give you a little background information, if I may.
$1.2 million. So I was way off.
Oh, it isn't.
Oh my God, yeah, dude, you're off like by millions of dollars.
Yeah, I know. Sorry.
It's all right. You know, basic arithmetic. Blah, 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 blah. Well, I guess it's not basic arithmetic, but years ago when I met the SWAT king, the gentleman who I have a 50 in SWAT because of, dude.
Me
remember?
too. Baby Macarons.
Dude, those SWAT games were awesome, bro. Especially when we were boosting them.
Thank
dude.
you, Stephen Colbert, for that.
Yeah, dude.
He's
Fucking,
the reason I have my. That's why people call me Manny.
What, dude? Do you remember? I had I made an account, and it took us 23 games to get to a 50, all ranked. So the thing back in the day for Halo 3 was your games played to your games won, right? So you could tell. So if John had 300 games played, ranked, and had 298 wins, it means you don't want to fuck with this guy. Like, this guy's good. So what we used to do is when we would make new accounts and make 50s in SWAT, we could it's a whole science behind it.
I used to play 8 hours a day just losing games on an account to make it so that I could play it for an hour and win 6 games and boost people. I think the quickest 50 I got was like 9 games.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah,
Like,
so
max level in 9 games because I lost so many in a row.
Yeah, so typically because it works on an algorithm, and the way really science
Is that how math works? Is that what we call an algorithm? Like it's like a complex formula. Is that what that is?
It's pretty sciencey. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Please do explain more.
So, getting a 50 in Halo 3 at the time, and I still to this day will say it, is probably one of the toughest things to do.
What's the atomic number of hydrogen, RJ?
3.16.
You're crazy.
Yeah. Anyway,
It's got to be 87.
Yeah, there you go.
Of hydrogen?
I have no idea.
It's 1.
Oh, then I'm really far off.
Yeah. Well, I said 3.16. I wasn't too far off. Anyway.
Yeah, you were off.
Yeah.
What is it? Well, let's see. Atomic number. Let's see.
Well, Jared's looking that up.
Periodic table.
I like
So-
this kind of stuff, like the periodic table. I just send random people messages in the periodic table, like,
Oh,
Yeah,
you
it's
do it
gonna
with
take
the
us
you
like-
do it with the actual.
yeah, like
That's
just
funny.
But
one, you know.
getting a 50 in Halo 3 is. I'm not gonna lie to anybody. This is like all my years of gaming, and it is probably my proudest gaming moment. Period.
So
'Cause-
3 is helium, RJ.
3 is helium.
Yes.
Okay. Because we gassed up. All right. So
It is one of the
higher
noble
voice?
gases. Yes.
yeah. Sorry. But getting a 50 in Halo 3 was like everything. It meant everything. It meant you were solidified as like nobody can fuck with you. I mean, dude, it is a solid round even number, 50. Like that's the max. No, not a
I
45.
played on my 50 in SWAT, and people were like, I don't know who you are, but you just randomly appeared. And I had that one, I bot man.
Yeah.
That one I played on, and they're like,
Oh no, my bad.
I would play on new accounts, and like I would notice when other SWAT kings, when I would play them, and I would whoop their ass, and they would just be like, "Which one are you?" Like, I bot man.
Yeah, no,
And
no,
they're
no.
like, "Oh, okay,
That-
you're
but-
Manny."
My
Okay.
bad. I was
Yeah.
wrong. Lithium is 3. Helium is 2.
Lithium is a. It's a mineral.
I miss
right?
actually getting recognized for that kind of shit.
No, but
When I was
but
actually
that's how,
good at something.
That's how good John. Like for anybody out there, like the guy sitting next to me right now. When I talk about a SWAT king in Halo 3, you're talking about one of the top players probably in the country. If honestly not the world.
I used to play on an account that had 13,000 games, and you had to win 1,000 games to make that move a level.
Yeah.
Whether you lost them all or
So, but
won 'em
but
all.
that's the thing. Getting a 50 in Halo 3, in order to do it the right way, even if you won every game, if you won every game, would probably take you close to 170 to 200 games, and that's winning all of them
Without
consecutive-
boosting, like
without
we did.
boosting, without winning, and that is a very difficult. thing
Tyler
to
did
do.
that in solos. He had like 100.
Yeah, he actually gave me that account. That was my high quality dope tag, the one that I modded all the gamer score on. And
Wait, so you never done it on your own?
I have done it on my own. I the only time I have ever gotten a 50 on my own, it was my first 50, and I got it in team doubles with my good buddy. And shout out to him. And I will go to this guy's. I will go to this guy's
So you
wedding.
you got carried.
I needed help. Yeah, man. I needed help, dude.
Okay.
Getting a 50 is not a joke, dude. Like I'm telling you,
Oh,
it
it
is.
sounds like you get carried a lot.
No, you know, my friends like to say that, but my friends also wouldn't have the mass amount of kills they would have today in any
Because they
game.
were killing you.
No, they weren't killing me. They're lucky they're luckily they have somebody like me
He was
that
a
puts
nade
shots.
guy. He was good at throwing nades
Yeah,
and making
like-
them
like-
weaker so we could kill
Yeah,
them all.
dude. Like if you would see the end result of the game. Oh, RJ's got 8 kills, 6 deaths. You know, only going positive 2, nothing crazy. But then I'd have like 15 assists. So I have always been
Assist man.
Well, that's why.
Oh, John
Yeah,
Let's
Stockton
be honest.
out
He
here.
was
Yeah,
always
dude,
top
dude.
mid, so he'd
Yeah.
draw everybody out.
So that's what you do. So you play the bait.
Fucking Steve Nash, bro.
Dude, I'm telling you, you get
fucking passing all the fucking
so
balls.
all you do, it's not rocket science. You be the bait. Hey guys, I'm top mid. You're gonna pull the guy off of elbow. You're gonna pull the guy off of sniper. You're gonna pull the guy out of blue room, and you're gonna pull the guy out of tree. And it's like, hey, I put shots into him.
I apologize for all the Halo nerd talk, ladies and gentlemen.
No.
I knew
won't.
exactly what he was
Yeah,
talking
yeah.
about.
I know
too.
you
That's
did.
the worst part.
Not everybody else
And,
did.
well, Guardian arguably is the most recognizable
There's
Halo
another one.
map. Blood Gulch.
Iconic. The most iconic. Yeah.
Blood Gulch.
Is that
It
the
was
one-
in multiple
Is that the
different
one with the
Halos.
grass and the waterfalls? Is that the? I don't know.
That's one
Blood
of
Gulch. Yeah. I mean, it does. I mean, a couple maps have them, but Blood Gulch does. But so my thing with Halo is I've always been a very big stat guy, especially when we were younger. He knows me.
Yep.
When it comes to Halo, as long as you win, I could go -3, but if I assisted fucking 13 times, we won. I don't care. I took Call of Duty a little differently because the time to kill in that game is way shorter.
Oh fuck!
Yeah,
that Call of
way
Duty thing. I
shorter,
always
dude.
went in with the same team. I had 293 games winning streak in that game in COD 4.
Yeah.
I would just play on this one nerd tag when I don't remember who we were playing with, but there was a group of like 4 of us, and we would all go in and play team deathmatch, and I would literally get 2 kills, die 7 times, and then, Dave would get 30 kills and not die, and everybody else would just kill everybody. And I'm like, I saw 2 people. I saw 2 of them, and I killed both of them, and then I just randomly died 7 times. I had no idea what happened. But
well, that's Call of Duty,
yeah.
But I had like 290 some game win streak.
It takes skill to play games at a competitive level, and COD is in that realm. But there is nothing comparable to trying to kill your opponent in Halo. You have to work for your kill. You have to work for it, and so
that's because it's imaginary.
Call
of Duty is trying to be more realistic.
Well, and that's fine. And I know dude, you're talking about a giant spaceman in a giant suit that was
exoskeleton.
Yeah. So
this
I completely get
nostalgia. It. Nostalgia is just history after a few drinks.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. We're at 2 hours, by the way.
Oh, we are.
Yeah.
Good.
What do you mean good? You don't have to edit. You don't have to edit this shit.
I know. So, but seriously,
and we're not even. I got to figure out when I can edit it at the same time.
Well, we'll figure that out. But in all seriousness, before we wrap up, to finish my first story, my first 50 in Halo was with my buddy Sammy, and at the time I was 18. I was 18 or 19, and this kid was probably 13 years old. And he said, "Hey, dope," he's a kid. And I was struggling when I got to 47, 48. In order to go up one level in Halo 3, dude, you probably had to win 20 games in a row. That's not easy to do. It's not. It's just period. And he said, "Hey, you need some help?" And I was like, "Yeah, dude, can you help me out?" He said, "Don't worry, man, I'll help you." And for a good, I would say maybe 2 weeks, me and him were playing doubles. I hate playing team doubles in any game because what happens is it's power weapon control and it's knowing your spawn point. Yeah, it's knowing your spawn points.
No, it's all BBB. Big ball of bitch.
Yeah, big ball of bitch. Yeah, just rolling around in a big ball of bitch. Dude, and so I remember the first night when I got my first 50. It was probably 1:30 in the morning. We had played a game. We won by 1 point. We won. And my 49 went up to a 50, and I swear to God, I lost my mind, dude. It is the proudest gaming moment I've ever had.
I was in the party.
Yeah, and I was literally running in my basement with my hands in the air like I finally did it. It took me almost 6 months to get to a 50 in Halo 3. And that is by far the proudest gaming moment I've had in my life.
You see my face right now?
Jared, folks, is not a reflection of RJ's love for Halo or Sammy. Love you, A-Rab.
I was just like, I'm listening. I'm like,
yeah.
Great.
Thank you.
But I'm going to tell. But I'm going to tell both of you, and he knows this, and I'm going to tell everybody out there that as long as
Halo
I live,
talk is.
Yeah, I know. As long as I live,
I love it so much.
I hate you so very, very much. That dude, Sammy, dude, he can get married, he can have grandchildren, he can do this. If I had to get up and have a public announcement, I will publicly thank that guy.
He can have my firstborn child.
Yeah. No. He is the.
You gonna give him that?
No, I'm not giving him his first child. What do I look like?
Come on now, tap that before somebody else does.
All right, let me drink this beer. But you're like, we're literally sitting next to a SWAT god. I'm not even joking.
Back in the day when I played a lot, yes.
Yeah.
Maybe, probably not right now.
Please put in the comments if you know exactly what they're talking about.
Yeah.
I have no clue.
Jared's like, what the fuck?
Pretty much.
But I think that does it, folks.
By the way, before we go, I am still working on that shirt. I haven't put it together yet.
I'm very excited.
I think it's going to be a good shirt. I might have to put it on Fiverr and have them do it, but then we can put it on the site, and then they can print it out and all that shit. So go ahead and say your famous line.
With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, man, it feels good saying it. I am kind of drunk, I'm not going to lie. But that is okay because this is the 207th episode. My God, we are becoming like an entity. We are an entity of the Mad Scientist Lab podcast. As always, it is I, RJ, the pizza guy.
RJ is his own entity.
Along with Jared, the visual mad scientist. And John, thank you so much for coming down and hanging out with us, man, dude. It really means the world to us. It does.
If I can do this once a year, I absolutely will.
And you're more.
I've been more than.
Well, I mean, this is like the third year at least.
Yeah. So
yeah,
I mean,
I'm trying to.
Yeah,
like, I love coming out here. Everybody's amazing, and but the
stay here a little
drivers
longer.
on a Friday morning,
Jared's
they go
right.
fuck
Yeah, just hang
themselves.
around.
But
Hang around for
Stay here about 2 or 3 weeks. Then you'll change your mind.
Oh, these people are out of their fucking mind. You know? And we're not kidding, folks. It's terrible. Help us, please. But
I have figured out my situation as far as the moving to Texas. I think what I'm going to do for now is just try to plan a trip every 3 to 4 months down there.
all right. So when you go in the spring, I'm going. We're gonna go watch the Astros play the Nats.
I don't give a what?
yeah,
That's fucking Houston. I mean, we could drive there, but it's
I know,
far.
but I just I thought I was being smart, but it didn't work. So I'm sorry.
No, see, here's what you don't understand. This state right here is fucking huge.
I understand that. I mean, dude,
It's the largest state in the fucking United States.
I mean, the fucking, the scent itself.
Alaska's
I mean,
bigger than that, ain't it?
Huh? Oh yeah,
Alaska's bigger.
second largest.
Okay.
Oh, random fact that I learned today: the county of Fairfax here in Northern Virginia has more populace in it than the state of Alaska.
That's
because
duh.
87.4% of Alaska is just nothing.
Yeah, you can't live
Trees.
there.
Like
It's
trees and
it's damn
animals.
near the North Pole.
Yeah.
Well, I thought I was giving some intelligent information. So, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, this is the
No, you know what? you don't realize how big things are because everything here is so like, oh, I can just go here and go here. Motherfucker, you go other places, it could take hours to get somewhere.
I am the mad
Dude, I
scientist.
literally drove for, 3 hours in Ohio, and then it was 3.5 hours in fucking Pennsylvania
Yeah.
before I got to turn
Yeah,
right.
Pennsylvania's a big
So,
state too.
6.5 hours of just fucking driving straight to get out here.
Yeah.
Where it was just like, oh, you don't get to turn. You just get to drive straight.
Bro, you could say you could be days, well, at least a day driving in fucking Texas and still be in Texas.
Yeah.
That's pretty. That's
You
actually
go
kind of
from that-
badass.
The bottom.
If you go from the
Could
bottom
do.
to the top, oh my god,
Yeah, that's
forever.
14 hours.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And-
That's like from here to there.
Yeah.
From here to my house.
or the middle part, east to west,
yeah.
or west to east, or
Fucking
whatever.
Yeah, I
Now,
tell
the
you,
only place you could get away with it is at the very top, like up here, and that's going through like Oklahoma. I've done that one. I think you go. It's like I think it's 15. I don't remember the highway, but you go through there, and then it's
My buddies and I talked about it. It's
It's
18 and a half
Oklahoma.
hours to San Antonio for me.
that's a long ass time.
Right.
But yeah, it's
Dude,
like
that's like
Oklahoma
that's
and,
like
I-
straight
and
driving too,
I forget
right?
what is that?
Yep.
Arkansas right here, or Oklahoma's on the other side, I think.
I think Oklahoma.
It's,
I feel like Oklahoma's more like in the lower middle portion.
No,
if that,
no,
if
no.
I'm
that's
trying to
I think
picture
it's
it right
no,
now.
no.
somewhere over here. Oh no,
You got
Nevada.
the Dakotas, then you got Oklahoma, and then you got
Dakota's
Texas.
up north.
Yeah, you got Arkansas and Kentucky somewhere in there.
Yeah, I think it's Arkansas, and then I think this is Oklahoma. I'm not 100%.
Missouri somewhere's around.
Yeah,
there.
Missouri too.
You
Yeah,
know,
yeah. But anyway,
Missouri's
it's
like 12
fucking
hours.
huge.
Well, I mean that's dope, and I'm going with you. So I don't care what you say. I don't care what you say.
Well, I'm
John.
trying to go in January, so
Yeah, let's do it, dude. Let's put our huge nuts to the ground and drag them
I
along
kind of got
with
to put
us.
you guys on the spot. You know, I did this sturgeon spearing thing for the last 25 years. This year's going to be 24 years. Next year's the 25th year I get to do it, and they're putting it on the endangered species list.
oh shit.
So I pretty much I see sturgeon every year. I get one basically every year. So next year, you can't buy a tag this year, but next year you can buy a tag before Halloween. And you can come out and possibly have a chance to do it for the last year that they're, because the government's putting it on an endangered species list.
So then we need to start planning it now. Then
Right. I mean,
We're gonna come up to your house and we're gonna kill the things that live around it.
All right, so as long as it's a year
Die,
out,
little critter, die. Go ahead,
Bro.
and I mean, I can get to the point where I can go out there and I can really dial in where their food is and everything. And I've got the
So
I could really get into it so you could actually get one, and it's a terrible tasting fish. And
No,
you basically just fucking throw it away if you have to.
I think our thing is
but I mean,
I think our thing is planning to get up there at a certain time.
Right.
So like all the little stuff we can plan like getting closer, but like we need to make sure that. So if it's a year out, that's a good. So if we start if we start planning now ish, and as we get closer and closer, we can make it work.
I literally have everything. You got to kind of just show. You got to buy a license and show up, and you got to buy an out of state. I don't know what that is for.
Yeah, we can figure all that shit out. But at least we know now. That way we can.
Right. In 2025, that shit's going on the endangered species list, and after that happens, they're trying to fight it so that they don't. In Wisconsin, they basically have such a high population of sturgeon, they take them out of the river where they spawn, and they just take the eggs out of the sturgeon, and that's how they reproduce the rest of the United States and the world with extra
why
sturgeon.
is it going on in endangered species if they're doing that?
Because that's the only actual place where they're reproducing by themselves.
Oh
shit.
And there's so many sturgeon in the actual system, in the Winnebago system, that it's a nuisance, honestly. You're driving around and all of a sudden you're fucking in the middle of summer, you hit something in the middle of the lake and you're like, what the fuck did I just hit?
The fuck?
And it's a sturgeon, and they'll just float up, and oh shit, there's a 70-inch fish just floating on the shore. Why did that thing, oh, it's got a big hole in its back because somebody fucking hit it with a boat.
Ah, damn.
Yeah.
So, folks,
they're not really in danger. They're just annoying. That's what the fuck
right there, yes.
Yeah.
But the rest of the world, they're really endangered species, so they're trying to make it so that we can't do our.
Do they know why they can't reproduce somewhere else or in other places?
I have no idea, but like they literally just collect millions of eggs every year to
and just ship them.
Yeah, ship them all across the United
Don't they
States.
use sturgeon eggs for caviar?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's more in Europe. I've done it with the. Okay, that's a cool story too. I had my buddy got a sturgeon, and it has to be 5 within the 5th year of them. Every 5 years they spawn, and then that time their eggs are black and they're good to use for caviar. And the guy I know does the caviar thing, gives it to you, and you just okay,
put it on a cracker and call it a day.
Yeah, something like that, because you get a little jar of it and you eat it, whatever. He's like, I looked it up on Google and it's like 2 to 5 days, it said on Google, but I read 2 to 5 weeks, so I'm eating this shit.
Ugh.
And it's way expired, and I had to take a few days off of work because
I imagine so.
Yeah, dude, I could
rotten fish egg.
Yeah, 2 weeks after, dude, I love it. It tastes like salt and butter.
I heard it was good. I've never had the opportunity to try it.
I don't know if I'd ever eat it, to be honest with you.
Why not?
I don't know. It's
like escargot.
Yeah,
I'm not eating that shit.
I did.
No,
it tastes like that. Really tastes like butter. And
I don't want that shit.
But
nope.
I think
slimy.
the older
like clams.
Well, I don't like clams. I don't like oysters. I don't like slimy, and I don't like texture. That's why I don't really fuck with mushrooms, because the texture is kind of
okay.
Like
that's good.
That's
good to know.
But if you've never had sushi with eggs on it, like the red eggs, I forgot.
I probably have, if I had to be honest.
Those would be salmon eggs.
No,
salmon eggs.
Yeah. No. I'm saying if it's in like, put it this way, just like how you view mushrooms, like I'm not going to eat it as like a standalone thing. If it's like kind of sprinkled about something, then it's a little different. But when it comes to caviar, to me, that's just like you like eating like a bland mushroom. It's just like, no,
it's not the same thing. Like, I think what it is for you is just like you view anything that's too high class as out of your league.
Well, it doesn't look good to me either. Like, I don't know.
Just because it doesn't look good doesn't mean it doesn't taste good.
Well, I understand that too. As somebody who's obviously worked in food for a long time.
Let's be honest. I ate $1,000 worth of that caviar.
If somebody gave me $1,000 jar of caviar, I'm fucking eating that shit.
Well, I mean, and I think that's fair.
I ate that with a fucking $400 bottle of bourbon that I was drinking with it. Like, I felt like the richest person alive.
Yeah, exactly.
When I did it, I was just like,
it's about
I am rich. Like,
it's
I
about
feel great.
Enjoying the moment. Like there's a reason this stuff is what it is.
It's
like
incredibly rare.
You feel like you don't deserve that type of shit, so that's why you're like, I don't think I'll ever do it. Just like when we went to fucking Sequoia that time, you're like, oh, this is my type of place. I'm like, bro, like you're not even giving it a chance. You just think, I don't know. You just feel like, I don't know. It's like.
I was wearing my Papa John's uniform, and everybody.
Well, we told you, told you to change, but
that's all right. Don't worry, you can't.
Don't
change
feel bad. I felt out of place. Last night.
Yeah. Speaking of pizza,
here at a fucking pool place.
Oh, dude, like I was literally the only person that looked like this fucking.
Oh, because you had that on.
I was way out of place.
Dude, that place we were at last night was like literally somebody's bedroom, and it had like a pool table.
And I'm sitting here looking at these girls that are there, and I'm just like, everybody's goth. Like, and I am just sitting here like
we were in like an odd, like it wasn't an odd spot. Everybody was cool, but it was just like a different crowd.
Yeah, that sounds like I don't think I would enjoy it.
And we ran into somebody that me and you know, and who's not like just somebody that we see regularly, but he was just there, and I was like, "What do you do here?" He's like, "Oh, I come here all the time." I was like, "Where is here?" We came in the back door. I didn't even know the name of the place we were at.
There was a name to it?
I call it back door.
This was Old Town?
We were in Old Town.
We went into a red door, like that red door.
Yeah, like we literally got out of the car, walked the block.
What street was it on?
Oh, shit.
What else was it in the area?
Oh, man, dude. It was like in the middle
of a lot of lights.
Hey, I mean, there was it was like it was almost in like the middle of an intersection almost. We just followed, I mean, to tell you what road it was off of or to be more particular.
Was O'Connell's nearby?
No, it was not. That I do know. We went to, God, I think.
That's crazy. You don't know where you went.
Dude, they were like, hey, we're going to a pool hall. Cool, that's fine. You know, but we didn't walk. Again, if we had walked into through the normal entrance, I'd be like, oh, yeah, hey, we went here. We parked, walked there. Our buddies parked across the street. Like, hey, where are we going? They were like, oh, just go in that door. It was literally like a brick wall and then a door.
Oh.
It was like some
Maybe
Matrix.
if we didn't take the back-ass way to get there, like, I felt like we went in a complete circle when we left the Tortuga Verde.
Probably. Yeah, I don't know.
Well, that's the fucking mixing bowl and all that other shit. That's just it is. That's it. That's just how it is around here, you know. It's just, you know, you drive and you go and you go and you go and you drive some more. So
that was your best impression I've ever heard you do.
Well, I tried to. I ran into another crazy thing.
Okay. Enough.
Enough of this fucking great episode of podcast.
It's not great when I have to fucking. Okay.
Yeah.
7 hours later.
Yeah. Well, no, just.
I bet you people don't watch past fucking a certain point. So like 2 hours plus is kind of pushing it.
If I miss any kind of part of the podcast, I listen to it at least twice a week. So
you do.
I do.
But not everybody.
We're like a Martin Scorsese film right now, folks.
What the fuck does that mean?
Just long and great. All right, so...
okay, I'll give you that one.
All right. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening to episode 207. My God.
For the second time.
Because we ended the show like 40 minutes ago. Of the Mad Scientist Lab podcast.
I swear to God, ladies and gentlemen, he's going to stop yelling into the mic. He doesn't understand that these mics pick up your entire voice. But you know what? I think it's just loud here. But when I actually play it back when I'm at home,
pick off one of your ones and listen to him talk. It's twice as loud.
I know. But it's not loud once it comes out on the recording. So it's like fuck, man.
And I am one loud motherfucker. So
and he still fucking thinks he's goddamn Robin Williams and shit. Fucking Vietnam. That was a fucking great movie, by the way.
Dude. Rest in peace to that, gentleman. Hey, cheers, John. Thank you for coming over. Thank you for having an incredible episode of the Mad Scientist Lab podcast. You can catch us anywhere you get your podcasts. That is Apple Music, Spotify, all the good apps for the audio. You can catch us Monday, 9 a.m. sharp-ish for the YouTube visual. And you bet your sorry ass you can find us here every Saturday night. Sorry, I'm fucking brain fart.
Friday next week.
Yeah, every Saturday night. Yeah, Friday next week. Live around 6:30 here on Twitch. So catch us anywhere you get your podcast. As always, please like, share, comment, subscribe. Be safe, and we will see you guys next week.
And I promise next week it will not be as long because RJ will not be drinking next week.
I won't. Dude, I'm sorry.
All right.
All right, bye.
So hard you won't see nothing.
Dude, we're going to win a fucking Pulitzer Prize for that one.
Audio skulls all day.
The merit scientist lab. The merit scientist lab. The merit scientist lab. The merit scientist lab.
You can't have an opinion on something that you haven't even tried.
Exactly.
The merit scientist